banter to fill in the space. How was everyone's week? Blah, blah, blah. Are we good? I think we're good. Okay, ready? And scene. Oh, wait, you do that afterwards, don't you? Sorry, I'm not really an actor.
We're definitely on, though. I'm sure.
Oh, good. Welcome to Legion D&D, where the cast and crew from Legion M, the world's greatest fan-owned entertainment company. They're even working right now. Cast away their sense of propriety and play Dungeons and Dragons! Background music, go Taylor.
What episode is this?
Dungeons and Dragons.
Welcome to episode 17. Episode 17. I'm Dave Hampton, your disappointing dungeon master, and welcome. News first, and now that we have people on Twitch, we're still requiring him to sing snippets of inspirational songs, which he says he refuses to do. But realistically, if you know Matan and you know his character, he's gonna do the right thing, and then he's gonna try to cast it, and I'm not gonna let him until he sings something. So right now, it's gonna be "We Are the Champions" by Queen. Just any part of it is fine as an inspirational tune. But we're opening up the chat so that you can vote and, you know, come up with something even more embarrassing, which would be great. Like It's Raining Men. That would be great. That would be a great one, too. I think that's a very motivational song.
Raining Men.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's some other exciting news that we wanted to announce.
What?
A new project. There's a new project at Legion M that's actually relevant to Legion D&D.
And is this just Dave that we've been talking about from the beginning, or is it something else? It's something else. That's
something
fine.
Else.
I'll get over it. It's fine. Go ahead. Tell us. What is it? Pray tell.
It's a really, really cool new travel show that combines traveling around the world and all your favorite fantasy epics. And it's called Destination Fantastic. And it stars the famed game master Stefan Picorni, the Dwarvenaut, who is the premier artist and sculptor of role-playing game terrain, which we've not used in our game, but we probably will at some point. And
you can a sponsorship deal.
Yeah, you guys can all go to legionm.com and check it out. We've got a really cool sizzle reel. And
cool.
This is going to be epic. We're going to sell this thing. People are going to watch it.
I think one day we'll be able to, do like they do in a, I'm sharing sound, so tell me if it got super loud. We'll be able to actually show up on the screen next to me when I do that. Like, oh, let's watch the sizzle reel. Because, we got the technology.
Well, you can always do that.
Yeah, thanks to the Calamity, we can do all sorts of cool things from home.
I thought you were going to say someday we're going to actually play in the same room together in a castle.
No, I have. I mean,
that'd be cool.
Fun fact, I've only met one of you in person. Because Baxter and I are friends through our kids' school, but then we hit it off.
I don't really like the guy. But.
No, and everyone else I have never seen in person. Not even one.
You're going to be so shocked when you meet Mandy and Terry and realize they're not 6'9".
What?
Well, you're going to be shocked when you see him.
Of 6'9".
Right.
So is Dave.
I'll be honest. Zoom makes me look good, and this is the good, right? So it's not. We're going to be. So okay. So Paul is not here, but apparently soccer season is going to be wrapping up, and he's going to join us. And Terry is hit and miss. She's unable to cast away her sense of propriety and is being torn back into the real work world right now. So she will join as soon as she gets a break, which is great. So let's just go over what we need to from last time. So you get the viewer at home get caught up with where we are. So after pursue the Stealthy Six, which is now actually 7, after pursuing a lead to try to find the location of the Crag Maw, the Castle of the Gaping Mouth, where they believe Gundren Rockseeker is being held, the Stealthy Six +1 headed off to the ruins of Niram Ver to follow a clue where they found more questions than answers, including a letter giving us the location or the name of a new operative character named Zeshin. They met up with Corleone, who has joined the Six. On the journey back, Pele revealed his difficult childhood and his disturbing cause of the blink effect, which is basically child science experimentation. And it's really kind of sad. You need to listen to that part of episode 16. And well, he just had a hard life. They finally made it back after being inflicted and then cured from a horrible disease, and immediately ended up in a bar fight with the local police force, the Red Hand. It did not go so well. Condor tried to sweet talk a guard. That didn't work. Pele got Rampuri into a bar fight. That did work. Rampuri lost the bar fight. That didn't work, obviously. Corleone sat on the side and drank a fruit beer. Tatiana, Rocky, and Zancorin stayed out of trouble at the Inn of the Southern Woods, which is where we will pick up. So we're going to step back in time a little bit and let the other people sit on the sidelines and listen. And we're stepping back in time to about a time when a Dragonborn, a Ranger, and a Halfling walk into a bar. Specifically, the Inn of the Southern Woods, where the three of them realize that so many questions still lay in front of them.
What's the punchline?
I think you guys are the punchline.
Yeah, no,
We're
you
always
just
the
said it.
punchline.
So,
They're expecting a punchline now. You said a ranger, a dragonborn, and a high elf stepped into a bar.
yeah, I don't tell scripted jokes. Don't do that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I
let's
don't.
see.
We'll just open up.
Isn't Zancorin in there too? There's the little halfling.
Yeah, Zancorin and Rocky and
We were asleep.
Tatiana are at the Inn of the Southern Woods, completely unaware of the bar fight that is brewing down the road at the Wandering Oak.
Oh, I thought they already came over.
Yeah,
We
we
went-
came back.
Right, but we went back in time a little bit because there were some things that Zancorin,
Oh, gotcha.
currently
Yes.
masquerading as Mahan, wanted to do. So we
So
we
this
kind
is
of
a
go back in
flashback.
time.
Now I have to remember what those things were because I didn't write them down.
We're in the bar. We're asking questions. We're getting nowhere. We're having a drink. I refilled my whiskey.
Right, and then what else did?
We were waiting for Sildar.
Yeah, Matan wanted to do something. I mean,
Yeah.
Zancorin wanted to do something.
So I have it written down. Hold on. It's not written down.
Matan's sake, such good notes.
I try. So yes, I go back into the room, but I ask to be notified. Can you please tell me when Sildar is back, if he does come back? Because I'm trying to relax. I'm trying to not do anything because of how exhausted I am.
Right.
But I just want
Absolutely.
to talk to Sildar.
Minute he comes in, I'll let him know. Just knock on your door. Is that okay?
Yeah. Yes, please.
All right.
And wake me if
I'll
I'm
keep
asleep.
an eye out for him. Oh, okay. Excellent. I will do that.
And then as I'm up there, what I'd like to do is I don't know if you recall, but I happen to have something on me that is a note that only I am privy to, that I would like to study and identify, or not identify, but just study it some more and really hone in on it and see if I can gather any clues, anything about.
A note?
Yes. I can.
Was it a note or was it? I mean, I know you had a
Scroll.
didn't you have a ring.
Well, there. So. Oh. There. Okay. Now let me chat you.
Ooh, I'm being chatted. I'm being chatted up. Let's see what it gets. This is sort of fourth wall. I'll try not to read it out loud. Oh yeah, this one. Okay, yeah. I'll read it out loud. Hey babe, what you up to? You doing anything after the show? This is totally inappropriate. Matan.
Yeah, I like doing that.
Yeah.
The quote.
Yes,
What's in the note is at the end.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
So that is, those are the two things I'm doing. I'm basically waiting for Sildar. As I'm waiting for Sildar, I'm just really just looking at this note, rereading it, turning it over, putting it through, over fire, just anything I can to gather anything from it. I'm not necessarily hiding, so if anyone comes in, like, they can see what I'm doing, but like
Right.
that's what I'm focusing on.
Right. Okay. You think and you wonder about it, and the thing that strikes you more than anything is the first part of that you sense is true, but you don't know why you sense that is true. You've got this. It's like when somebody said, there's this about you that no one would ever figure out, and you're like, damn it, I knew that. I knew that was the case. So you kind of feel like, yeah, I know that, but there's obviously not enough there to tell you any more than the fact that you really feel confident that that yes, that thing that we can't tell anyone about because it's secret, unless someone barges in on them. Rocky, Tatiana, are you up to anything?
Yeah, I'm up to barging in the room on Zankarin to see how he is.
Perfect. Go ahead.
I was just going to do the same thing. I'm like, what is up with Zankorn and why is he going to sleep?
You should bring drinks up. I'm just throwing that out there as a suggestion from the DM.
I am bringing his special white. What was that?
Are you talking about the Zin?
No, didn't you have like a special white wine that you really love that nobody ever has, and you're like,
oh, it's just high end wines.
Oh, high end wines. I'm bringing him a high end wine.
Nice. Excellent.
It will make him feel better, and a bowl of pretzels because pretzels cure everything.
Yeah, I just sort of knock open the door with a pint of ale and go, Zankorin, how's it hanging? Not feeling flaccid, are you? Ha ha ha.
Not as flaccid as the Flaccid Brothers.
That's right.
I am still very, very much exhausted. I feel as if I need a couple more days of just long rests. I feel like I can barely walk as well as I can. I go half a distance that I normally do, and I'm already out of breath. So.
Well, my little buddy, you should have one of my good berries. It'll make you feel better.
I do love good berries.
I give him a good berry.
It helps with hit points. Now, what level of exhaustion were you at on the trail?
I was 3,
right, and
then hit the long rest back at the end, so it brought it down to 2. So I'm currently at 2.
And there isn't, unless anyone knows otherwise, but I was thinking about this a lot. When you're healed, does that mean the disease is gone, but the effects of it are still affecting you, or are you completely healed? In other words, is the exhaustion wiped out or not? And we didn't really discuss that.
Your disease should cure it completely.
Well, is exhaustion considered a disease? I don't think
not
so.
Considered a disease, right? It was the effect of a disease that's on there.
The disease isn't making you feel exhausted.
Yeah. So, I mean, I say, I'm
out there.
Ted is going to write something, but so we don't have to wait for Ted. And Dan doesn't know because he's tech support. And my cat needs in the room. Oh, Zoom meetings. I'm going to say that the healing action itself cured 1 level of exhaustion, and then the rest you have to just do by resting. So instead of being at a 2, you can consider yourself at a 1. I think that's, split the difference because I don't know what we're doing, and let's move on. So
doesn't it help to eat and drink when you're exhausted? Isn't that something that's helpful?
They say that's that rice thing. Rest, elevate. Well, no, that's something else.
I thought I saw it in the rules.
Long rest is what reduces a level of exhaustion. So yeah, another night, I think you'll probably be fine. And it is, what do we say? It's about 2-3 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So, maybe tomorrow morning you'll feel better. We'll just call it tomorrow morning you feel better. And tomorrow morning, Corleone is down to a 2 because he was at like a 5.
Yeah.
Did we catch Sankorn in the middle of doing something that we noticed? Should we roll?
Just depending if you were trying to hide it.
I mean, I probably at that point it's probably sitting at like a table if there is a table there or whatnot, and I'm obviously over it. I'm not hiding it necessarily.
Yeah. So yeah, you come in and he's reading a piece of paper, like a letter.
Ah, what's that?
Well, where are my manners? Come in here. Let's sit down. I saw you brought wine. Let's drink. Let's relax. Hopefully the others are actually getting better luck with what's going on. I get up and start moving chairs around and like trying to get the bed comfy for people to sit.
I
And
say,
I brought you some
sounds
cold pretzels.
really good. What were you eating?
It's very personal. It's actually the reason I'm out adventuring.
Anything that we can do to help? You're our friend. We
Well,
want to help you.
if you know anything, well, here I'll just here's the note. But please be very careful with it. And
Certainly.
hand it over to them.
Can I read it? Is it readable?
Yeah. I will send
You're gonna chat it over. Now, if we were at a table, we would just hand it. Or actually, you guys over here. So I'm not sure where he is on the Twitch thing. There.
I have to go to the chat.
He's at the top.
Oh, okay. Well, not on yours. He's at the top, but on the official Twitch one, he might be elsewhere.
Tatiana.
Only Taylor knows. I mean, Fishman knows.
Who are you looking for?
Matan. So I can.
Matan is at the top.
Right.
Am
Matan's
I
at the
looking-
very
That doesn't
top.
help.
If I have it, am I looking at him right?
I sent it to both
Yes.
you, Tatiana, and Rocky. In the chat.
Oh my gosh.
Yikes.
Santorin, this is a very disturbing letter. Are you okay?
Truth be told, no. This was given to me by the person who I would consider my parent, the person who raised me. But it wasn't. My actual parents were the Aldoris household, but they hired this bard who gave it to me, and he helped me grow up to who I was, taught me the ways of the bard, taught me how to perform and to sing. And one day he left this note just in the dead of night, and he came up and he woke me up and whispered he has to leave, and he handed me the note, and he made me promise him not to read it at least for a week or two, a few weeks even, after he left. But me being me, I opened it almost immediately a few days later because I was so worried. And that's what was in it.
You have to help him. We've got to find him, and we've got to help him.
Is
And
he
that's
in
why I'm
danger?
here. I think so, based off of this note. He basically came up in a kind of a frantic mood, and it seemed like he was scared for his life almost. And that's when he woke me up, and you know, if anything happened to him, I have only one person to blame, and that's myself. For he came to me instead of running away immediately, which could have saved him. And I don't know, but
Don't put that on yourself. I think the most important thing here is to find out if he's a good bard. Then most likely there's people have heard him singing. That's what they do. Bards do.
he was disgraced, and
Well-
I think he was disgraced and unrightfully, which is why the Aldoris household hired him, because he needed work. I think he was set up. I honestly don't think he was. What happened to him? He never told me, but whatever happened to him, I don't believe actually happened, because of the person he is. But I don't know. I'm hoping I can find him. Maybe you're right. Maybe people do know of him.
We have to find him and clear his name.
I
What
agree.
is this symbol underneath? What does that mean?
That is the one thing I'm trying to figure out. That's the one clue, if you will, that I have. I don't know. I've been looking for it in every city, every town. I've been trying to even ask about it in my charismatic ways, if you will, so that no one thinks of anything suspicious of me. But that's the only clue I have as of right now.
And,
Well,
and
perhaps
from an
one of these-
outsider's perspective, since nobody knows what we're talking about, do we want to
Yes,
mention
for an
it?
outsider's perspective, it's at the end of the note. There is a picture of 2 daggers that are crossed, dripping with blood.
Yeah, well,
Didn't you see something like that somewhere, carved into a stone or something?
I don't remember that.
Oh,
But I do think that we have some other opportunities. Perhaps if we were to go adventuring and go to these other places, we might find that picture of 2 daggers. We might get more clues. But I don't think we're gonna get too much in town. I think we
Yeah,
gotta get moving.
I agree, and that is one reason I'm out adventuring. I'm looking everywhere. So when I stumbled upon all of you that one weird night, which I don't really recall, I thought, why not? They might be able to help me. They might be able to lead me into the right areas, or help me find Daenerys.
Yeah, let's pick up our wet elf and the tall elf and our monk, and let's get going. I prefer
need to
being
come
in the
up-
woods.
yeah.
I don't like being in cities. It makes me nervous.
And we do need to plan our next move for the here and now. We have some planning to do and figuring out what to do next. But yes, I hopefully they'll be back soon. I don't know what's taking them so long. Hopefully they
Well,
get in
let's go
trouble.
down. Let's go downstairs. Maybe they're back now. We just don't know it.
You
That's a
guys
good idea.
head downstairs. It's relatively quiet at 2-3 o'clock in the little inn, as it's a little lull before the dinner rush. But in a small town like this, even that rush is not so big. But coming through the door, you see Condra and Corleone.
Oh, what happened to him? He doesn't look good at all.
no!
Oh,
What?
not Corleone, the monk. The
Yeah,
monk.
Condra and Corleone are dragging the monk in, who then, we already did this part, gets healed by
Rocky.
Rocky. And you guys find yourselves all in the lobby of the Inn of the Southern Woods. All there, the monk gasping for breath as he comes to, realizing he's lost his cowboy hat. Things are very difficult for him. You might be on mute.
Where's my hat? Am I on mute?
No, we can hear you.
All
I
right.
heard you say that in your last accent. Ding dong it! All right.
What happened? How did?
So much happened.
Pele brought a Finn to a fist fight, and I'm the one that paid the price.
It's a good way to sum it up. There you go.
Pele, I think you owe the man a drink.
Oh,
Pele-
Pele
Pele's
ain't
not
here.
there yet.
Pele's
right?
not here yet. He
Pele's
is
Oh.
picking up his ball bearings.
picking up his balls at the Wandering Oak right now.
Pele owes you a drink when he gets back.
Totally.
Pele, what did you do to our friends?
He's not there. He's still at the Wandering Oak. We'll visit him in just a second. We should visit him now. What are you doing over at the Wandering Oak?
Well, I'm about, I'd say I've got like maybe 332 ball bearings back in the bag.
Right.
So meticulously picking those up, looking around, seeing if there's anything else about to happen. Because remember, this guy came up to me and he was like, "I want to fight you." So I technically didn't instigate anything. I was the middleman in this situation. I don't think I could be blamed for anything. I say to myself, I just muse to myself, I don't think anyone will blame me for this. This isn't my
334.
fault.
I give him kind of a squinty glance, like
You're not
I don't really
there.
believe
He's
that.
not there. But,
Not there.
but
We're
he
in two different
the squinty
places.
glance he will give you in the future.
Yes,
I'm
you
gonna give him
prepare
that.
you prepare your glance. You're all at the inn of the Southern Wood. It's fantastic how like this is happening a second time where we don't know which inn we're at. I'm at the Wandering Oak. You guys are at the inn of the Southern Wood. You might want to show them on the map. Like we're over. This is how I think it looks. Like literally.
Yep.
I think it's like this.
There's the map.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, see,
Wandering
I'm over
Oak,
there,
Inn of
you're
the
over
Southern
there.
Wood. Yeah.
And
So
I
you
think I
can't-
might leave it that way for a bit. Just
Just to keep everyone knowing where we're at.
indeed.
And it's got the names on there. It'll help everyone out. But you're just actually cleaning up after you're doing what you were asked to do so you can get out of there.
I'm doing what they've made me do. I'm also looking to see if I've got anything like is there anything I could do where I could try to poison the man?
Who are you going to try to poison?
I don't think I could poison anyone. I don't have any poison.
You don't have any
a flask
poison.
of oil, which I don't think is necessarily poisonous. So I don't think it
Right.
makes any sense for me to make this situation any worse by trying things. Actually,
Probably give them some indigestion or something.
wait,
Right.
So Dave, how long does it take me to pick up all these ball bearings? Can we sort of time
Fast
lapse it?
forward a bit? Yeah.
Okay, so I've picked them all up. I've got 1,000 of them.
So you start your way over back to the Inn of the Southern Woods.
Oh no, I don't. I've got one last
Oh.
thing I need to do before I go back to
Okay.
the inn. Is the big guy still there?
Ernst? Yes.
Okay,
Yeah, he's drinking at the table. He's a little bit more soft than he was before.
got it. Okay, I would like to approach Ernst, please.
Yeah.
So I go up to Ernst
Mm-hmm.
and I say, "Hey man, no hard feelings. I'm happy that we, had this altercation resolved equitably, and I'm glad that we." And then I rear back and I give him a melodramatic slap across his face.
Okay.
And then I sprint away immediately.
Okay.
So fast.
Let's have you. You still need to roll
Okay.
to hit.
I rear back quick as a flash. And I blast him with a 10.
10. He easily steps out of the way of your melodramatic slap and looks at you and see what he says.
There's
As
a
I-
fly. There's a fly on your face.
He looks at you and he's like, "You're very funny. No,
Thank you.
I am glad that you picked up your balls. Now you should get out of here."
Feel as though I have no further need to emasculate myself.
I don't think you have any balls left.
Well, actually, I've got 1,000 of them. I don't think there's anything I could really do. I mean, we could get creative, but I don't think it makes sense because that would be the type of thing where I'd have to roll again for the same action. So I think it's fairly clear that fate has dealt me a losing hand.
Fate has made you impotent.
Indeed.
As
Wow.
you grab your ball sack and you leave the Wandering Oak
Fend
and make
has
it to
not
the
been a
inn.
good town for my self-esteem.
So far, it has
Any
not.
point in this.
No, you couldn't blow
this
up a
quest.
bush. You got, yeah, it's not been good for you.
All
So
right.
you make it back to the Inn of the Southern Woods.
No, I
which,
walk outside.
Okay.
And then I look around and I see, is there anything I can identify that the Red Hand gang owns? Like horses or a carriage or anything identified, any identifying things that
In the
perhaps are
area?
left? What's that?
Not really. It's the Fend is a pretty small town. There are maybe one or two horses, tied up out front, which you would expect at any place of business.
So they're not their horses. So are you telling me that they live in this town? Or they walk everywhere? Or I just don't know?
I told you that they're inside the building and that there are some horses out front. What you want to believe from that is totally up to you.
Yeah, but I mean, are there other people, or is it all? When I look back inside, is it all Red Hand Gang, or is it?
No, there were a handful of locals there. Not as many that were at the Inn of the Southern Woods, but there were a handful that were there. That's the bar they like to go to, or they didn't want to walk all the way across town, or whatever reason. They didn't really specify.
All right, well, I'll get these guys back eventually. I swear to fucking God. Find a way. Well, I don't know. I'm not really feeling like I want to go back to the inn, to be honest with you. It's a nice afternoon. So I'm going to go somewhere else if you want to cut back to the inn, I guess.
All right, back to the inn. Pele is still missing. What are you doing? What are there are 6 of you. Corleone is there, but you are missing Pele.
So my first question is Elsa here?
Go ahead and roll a perception check. Look around the room.
Okay, I am rolling perception. 19.
You look around the room. You don't see her in the room. You're fairly sure. Yeah, it's probably between hours of when somebody might start working. So maybe she'll come in like an hour or so, something like that.
All right. Well, I go up to the bar and I get a drink and I turn to all my friends while I'm at the bar and I say, "What's going on? What did I miss when I was hanging out with these idiots?"
Just relaxing, studying, drinking some really good wine that Tatiana brought. Thank you for that again, Tatiana.
You're welcome. You need more to eat too. This exhaustion is going to get you if you don't eat. I'm going to get you some food.
I agree with that.
So nothing happened. We didn't learn anything. No one revealed anything interesting. No one found out any information. Nothing happened. Y'all didn't do anything at all?
More just relaxed. We thought you were going for the information. Did you find anything?
That would be a big no. Hard no on that. Hard no. You can blame Pele. I think I was making some headwinds, with this big dude, but then the monk got his ass kicked by him. So, things happen.
The monk got his ass kicked. And why are we blaming Pele?
It's a really long story.
Yeah, it was totally.
Monk, you want to take that?
Because Pele, I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Listen, y'all, if it's okay, I could use a short rest. Is that something that I can do while you guys are hanging out down here?
If you want to go sit in a booth or go upstairs to a room, you are perfectly welcome to do that.
Yeah, I kind of feel like I don't know what's going to happen. What time is it, Dave?
2-3 o'clock. But Condra knows it's exactly 2:14.
For some reason, I thought that I do know that. For some reason, I thought we took a long rest after, or a short rest or something. I thought we took a rest after last thing, but I guess
you did. I think you did when you got to the temple before you left. I think everyone took a rest, but then he's since had the shit beaten out of him, so he's might need a little bit of a rest. I don't believe anyone else needs one though, and I don't think a long rest will help. A short rest will help with Pele's loss of virility that he feels just by being in this town. So I don't think that's much of a thing.
Cool.
You guys mind if I say something?
Go for it.
You're still here. What's up?
Well, yeah. So, I was asked to join you guys. I have no idea what you guys are doing at all. I mean, it just seems like you're wandering around getting in trouble, which is cool. But is there a purpose? I mean, I don't mind if there isn't. I just assumed that since my, sort of sponsor, for lack of a better word, wanted me to join you, that they had a reason. I mean, they may not. They just might be screwing with me, but, you know, seeing if I obey, whatever. But you guys have a, I don't know, I don't want to seem rude, but do you guys have a purpose?
Well, we're supposed to, but we keep getting real sidetracked, don't we, friends?
I wouldn't necessarily call it sidetracked,
Oh.
but our purpose right now is a number of things. One, to help this town with a few different quests, but the main one is identifying where Cragmaw is and why we were attacked when we were heading our way down here. And
Yeah.
I would also say what I said in the beginning, which was go figure out why the forest is very bad, and that druid needed to go in there and fix things, because now we need to find that druid. And
What druid is that? Who's the druid dude? Did I meet him? I don't remember meeting a druid.
You didn't meet him. It was before we met you. His name was Lachlan the Brown.
Oh, he's the dude in that letter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The letter.
Yeah,
The letter.
got it.
Also, don't forget the giant red monster thing that was like about to kill us at one point, and then that mage guy who like disappeared, who said that, you know, I was a target. Let's not forget that.
Why were you a target?
You tell me. I mean, I think it has to do with the thing that I have, but
Yeah. What is that thing?
What is the thing that you
I
have?
don't know Corleone and Corin, so you know.
I mean, I get that. I'm just gonna go to the bar and get a wine. And he wanders off to the bar, get a wine.
What is that
Amulet,
thing?
Dan Corin, the amulet. Remember we woke up with the box and the note and the thing, and we didn't remember the night before, and I had that box with the amulet in it.
Actually, you had a box with a note and a key.
Yes. Was I don't have an amulet?
It was empty. Just a box, a note, and a key.
So I don't have an amulet.
No.
Yeah.
I have no idea what the amulet is.
No.
So I don't have that.
So
But it could have something to do with the box.
So you think it has to do with the box? Where did you get that box?
Remember we woke up with it. It was under my bed.
Yeah, but how? Why is it yours? Why?
I have been saying this for however long we've been together, and no one has been interested in this yet. You know, I mean, I'm sitting here saying I got this box, we got this key, we got this note, we got this, and we still don't remember the night that we met, and we don't know. We don't know.
Well, I just assumed it was yours because you said it was yours, so I wasn't gonna bother, jump into your business.
It was under my bed, so I'm just holding it. You know, it's here. I have it for if and when we ever need it. But I would really love to go get some answers, and I think that we need to, as a group, figure this out and get back on the road.
I agree with that.
That sounds like a purpose.
Whispers through the window, and a
Totally
joke from
agree.
Pele on the wind says, "Weird that you would think that a hotel bed has your stuff underneath of it when you don't even know who you are. You just assumed it was yours.
Well, I think we need to focus on the here and now. What are the things we can do? So obviously taking that quest was very strange. We found some stuff that helped us for our adventures going forward, but it left us with more questions. So our other options are to continue going for that other quest that had the potential ruins with the undead.
I like that one.
I am also very worried that Sildar hasn't come back. I really need to speak with him, and I don't necessarily want to give away what I'm thinking just yet.
Why do you need to speak to Sildar, Zangoran?
I have thoughts that I don't like.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
Do we need to break the fourth wall here and talk through something deeply emotional and personal? Or this is okay? I just want to double check. I just always want to make sure everyone's Never mind. Go ahead. I digress. Go ahead.
And I could be mistaken because we left town, but we got to that cave pretty much at the time we left Sildar, and he was here, and we got to that cave 3 days later, right?
Yeah.
And Sildar was here. He was perfectly fine, right? Yet when we went into the cave that was already, they didn't do anything. No one beat us to that cave to write that note because we went directly to that cave. In that cave, we found the note with Sildar's name crossed out.
Yeah.
As if he's not a threat anymore. And that worries me because I would like to speak with him, but I would like him to not think that I have any suspicions of him right now. And I didn't want to say this to everyone because I don't want anyone else to possibly give that away. But my current thought is, if he does come back, I'd like to kind of bring him away, just me and him. Hopefully he hasn't seen you, and say essentially something along the lines of, Sildar, it's done. We have done what was necessary. And then say that last line, or the part in the note that says, if we must work in the right, bring back the dark. And just say that one line, because I feel that might be some kind of code. And if he knows what that code is, then we cannot trust him.
Sneaky, sneaky, Bard. Very sneaky.
But I didn't want to say that all out loud because I don't know if my thoughts are valid. I don't know if that's necessarily what's going on.
I'm here for it. I like it. It's a good plan. Now, here's the problem. Where's Sildar? You got to carry out your plan. You got to have Sildar.
And that's what I've been asking for. He hasn't come back. I've asked multiple times the moment he comes back to have him come over to me with news. He hasn't. He's disappeared.
Do we know if he's in Finn?
As of right now, no. You would think he would come to the inn. But that's why it worries me that he's not here, because he either knows something or my suspicions were wrong and they had a plan that they executed, and he's no longer a threat, and that is why he's gone. So
As
I
in
think
dead.
yes, or captured. So my other thought is, if we don't do this other quest for the ruins and hopefully find Kragmaw, is try to track down Sildar and see if he's okay. And
okay, yes. Hear you, I get it, cool. But the biggest thing here is that our number one mission is to go save the Hoffling. So I think we need to go do that.
Yep.
And then we figure all this out in between. Because this is kind of like a side quest situation. We've got a main quest. I'd like to finish the main quest because we keep getting side quests when we.
But it's not. In the end, it's not, because they were friends. They were partners.
Okay, that's also true.
They were in it together. So
That's also true.
if we find Sildar and he's in on this, we find the dwarf.
All right, where's the rest of our team here? We need to have a team discussion. We need a team meeting.
What are your
I'm
thoughts?
coming over. Yeah.
I agree with Zancorin. I think it's connected. I think everything is connected.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I didn't hear anything past it's Corleone. We don't trust him. So I don't know what you guys are talking about. I mean, I get it. No offense taken.
Our next moves. You just worry about what's going on down in your nethers, and just trust us. We'll let you know. If you want to chime in.
Okay. I mean, speaking of which, I think it's probably a good idea for me to see if there's a brothel around here just to make sure everything's working. But maybe I should wait a few days. It doesn't look normal. Just asking a lot of someone.
I would recommend that.
Yeah,
the latter.
That's fine.
I don't want to see.
I shouldn't have said anything.
There's not enough money in the world.
You guys go ahead but like I said, I've been asked to join this quest, if it's okay with you, your mission, whatever that might be. So I'd like to listen in if that's not a problem.
Yeah, I think that's
willing
fine.
to help out, obviously.
I would like to. So I'm a little annoyed. I want to get the group together. So I go outside because I know that Pele should be like here by now. So I would like to walk outside the doors and yell Pele's name very loudly.
So at a distance, since Fend is not very big, as you can tell by looking at it, Pele, wherever he happens to be wandering, here's the much annoyed voice of Kandra yelling out, Pele!
So at this point, I've made my way to the lion's shield, the lion
Yes.
shield,
Yep.
quite close,
Right.
close, and I'm like, nope, and I walk inside the lion's shield, hopefully without her seeing me.
Do I see him?
Does she see
Roll
me?
a perception check.
Okay.
Could I just already be inside the lion's shield?
No.
Okay,
That wouldn't be
fine.
any fun.
10.
No, you miss him. Yeah, he just sort of, is inside
Okay.
of the lion shield, poking
So I go
around
back-
odds and ends.
I go back in, and I think is it Tatiana, Rocky, and Zancorin? Your names are screwing me up, y'all. If y'all could
Oh yeah.
meta
rename
thing,
it.
if y'all could change your names. So it's Tatiana, Rocky, and Zancorin because the monk is asleep, right?
Yeah, he's upstairs. You're upstairs, right? Resting for a little bit. Yep.
Can't answer. He's upstairs.
So Pele is, off doing God knows what. So we're just gonna have to make a decision here between us guys, y'all, people, not people.
I mean, I don't think I should vote, but I'll break ties if I have to.
Good idea. So, based off everything Condra and I just discussed, what are your thoughts? Do you have a thought in terms of which way we should go? Should we try to find Sildar? Should we go to the ruins and take down those undead?
I think we should try to find Sildar. I think he has answers. He's been named in the letter. He knows more than we know, and I think that's what we need to do. We need to find people who know more than we know.
I don't disagree with that plan.
All right.
Knowledge is key.
Over at the lion's shield, I'm curious if there's any cool weapons.
Tura Greywind, who you guys met the other day, is there.
Hello, Tora Greywine. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? It's
I'm
nice to
good.
see you.
Oh, it's nice
What's
to
up?
see you again too.
What can I help you with?
Well, I was curious if you carry any cool weapons, flashy, exciting things, interesting things from out of town, or is it what do you got?
No, not here. We don't have anything. It's not like we're an armory or a blacksmith. Have normal supplies for folks. Very similar to what Barthens has, but a little bit more. He's more, I guess, groceries, and I'm more like a hardware store for things. I mean, sure. I suppose you can
Garden tools.
walk over to a section, and she picks up a wooden garden stake, and it's like, push comes to shove, you can use this, and she starts stabbing with it. It's
Okay, whoa,
That's-
easy, tiger. Watch
No.
out. Careful with that thing.
you could improvise, but
I
not.
suppose I could. Yeah, that's true.
You're not gonna find a really
rat
good
poison?
armory in a town like this. What?
Rat poison, something like that, just any kind of, for eliminating vermin of various sizes, extreme sizes, big sizes.
Well, I mean, we do sell not of big sizes, but we do have some rat baits that you can purchase.
Okay, so it would bait a rat, but it wouldn't really bait anything else.
Dave, this is outside of just a question about
Yep.
poisons. So it says that I know how to do them, make poisons and so forth.
Yes.
It costs like 50 gold, though.
Yeah, of material and stuff that you need to either purchase at a place, or you would have the ability to scrounge around for it. So you'd still.
I mean, can I scrounge around for it in the wild, or do I have to? Is there no way for me to?
In order for you to make it, we're gonna say it takes 50 gold pieces worth of material that you would need to purchase in town at generally an herb type of shop, because that's where most of them are made. Possibly a magic shop may have some ingredients that you would be able to do. Fend, as far as you know, doesn't really have anything like that. It's a pretty small town. It just has small town basics. Think of it as a Piggly Wiggly grocery store and a True Value Hardware, and that's about what they have. Enough just to service the area.
Just so we know if we want to get that. Okay.
Yeah. Good to know. Well, my dear, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
No problem.
It doesn't seem as if there's anything that I can do here. Actually, one quick question for you.
Sure.
This Red Hand gang, what's their deal? Like, where do they stay? Do you have any idea? I've just been curious. I see them walking around, and they seem like they own the place, and it just
right.
I don't know. I get a weird vibe.
Well, I mean, like we talked about the other night, like Benel was saying, Benel Thornton, she doesn't trust him at all, and I agree with her. I don't believe I trust him. They stay at Tresendor Manor. It's if you open the front door and you look above town hall, the ruins on the hill. I guess there's some, I don't know, facilities underneath it or something. I don't really know. I haven't been there, but apparently some of them stay there. But
Oh, well, that was very helpful. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Not a problem.
All right. Well, I'll be on my way. Thank you.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
I walk back over to the inn of the Southern Wood, and I sort of breeze in the door. Cavalier. And where is everybody? Are you upstairs in your rooms, or what are you doing? Are you downstairs?
I am assuming they're hanging out in the bar area at a table.
Cool. So I say, hello, everybody. Pele is back. How's it going? What happened to you? And I look right at the monk, and I'm like, trying to think. I'm looking at him.
No, the monk's upstairs.
Oh, never mind. and then I say, just kidding, Zankorin. I know you always look that way. And then I keep walking around, and I sit down and I say, so, what's up?
Well, you owe the monk a drink, or two, or probably three.
I do?
Yes. And we're deciding what we're going to do next.
Oh, okay. Why do I owe the monk a drink?
Oh, that's for later. You just owe him a couple drinks.
All right, I don't get it, but okay. Fun fact.
Go ahead.
So, okay, fun fact. I found out where all those Red Hand guys hang out.
You mean at the manor?
At Tresendor Manor, yeah.
Yeah, we already knew that.
Well, not all of us.
You were drunk.
I suppose. Well, when was this that we found this out?
When...
Weeks ago?
Because remember, we're not
When
all
you
having
were-
the same conversation at all times. I was trying to, hit on ladies, and also remember, if this happened during an episode where there was an alleged butter thieving, I wouldn't know that in real life either. So,
Oh, I think it was the episode before the butter thieving.
okay, just checking.
Maybe
I don't
not,
know. It might have been the butter thieving.
Yeah.
So, I would just like to say casually to the universe that if anyone allowed me to execute a plan based on information that you all already had that may or may not have accidentally gotten somebody's ass kicked, that would be pretty dumb for everybody else except for me. So, just, I don't know why I just had a wave of clarity wash over me for no reason. So...
You were really drunk that night.
It must have been. I'm usually very drunk, so that is my MO. But I think that we could probably, find out some things about this Red Hand gang. What have you guys been talking about?
That is the other option that I was going to bring up. Because I also don't like the fact that one of the townsfolk went missing. And based off everything that we know, it sounds like it might have been the Red Hand. And if, based off that note that we found in the cave, all of it is linked. So if we find out what's going on at the Red Hand and find out where that townsperson is, we might find Sildar. We might find
Wait,
more
where's
information.
Isn't he here?
We don't know. We've been waiting for him. I've been asking the past 2 days. The moment he comes, I want to talk to him.
Okay.
I don't think Sildar's coming back. I think we gotta go find him.
Okay, let's just all say this. Let me just connect some dots in my mind real quick. So you're telling me that we fought off a dude called the Red Mage, and there's a bunch of guys in this town called the Red Hand who are hitmen for some dude, maybe linked. And now our guy, who we were supposed to be hanging out with, is gone. Couldn't have gone far, I think. We weren't gone that long. I would assume that if somebody's been missing and people are blaming the Red Hand, that we should probably assume that they probably are also somewhat responsible for Sildar's disappearance.
And
That's possible, but we can't take them all on. We just don't have enough of us.
We can't go and check out this Tressendor Manor place.
we can definitely try to do the thought that I had originally, which is maybe make some kind of parade in concert for the Red Hand at the tavern, so I get as many of them over there. And
handing.
Yes.
The red wedding and handing.
Like Red Hand Fest.
And that will allow everyone else.
Red Handapalooza.
Yes.
Red Handing. Yeah.
Totally.
That's a
And
cool
that
idea.
will allow everyone else to go sneak in there. And if there's trouble, there's only going to be a few guards. But then I won't be there. I could try to rush over there as the festivities are happening. But that's one plan. Or we can just all go together during the dead of night and try to be sneaky and try to figure out what's going on in the manor.
I love this idea about getting the Red Hand to come in and hang around a place. Can we have a snake pit to kick somebody into? But
Pele, for you, I will make sure there's a snake pit.
okay, that's all I want.
That's pretty
that sounds
cool.
good to me, because that would be pretty ironic if one of our enemies found himself in a snake pit for a change.
Yeah, I don't like snakes very much. I didn't like that whole thing underground with the snakes.
Just thinking of different creative ways to avenge poor monk, poor man.
Can I? So at this exact moment in time, I mean, I'm sound asleep, and I wake up with a start. And I'm like,
Right.
whoa! I just got. I could swear that Corleone has said a couple times that somebody asked him to join our party, but I don't think. Well, shit, I'm sure my friends will be asking him downstairs. I'm just gonna go back to sleep.
Corleone, you want to get a beer, bro? You seem pretty cool.
I still have this wine I'm working on.
Oh, that's neat.
So.
All right, sweet.
But
Yeah,
hey,
that's
what
fine.
the hell? What the hell? Let's get another one. I could use a friend.
Yeah, why not? Let's go.
I mean, not that I'm lonely. I've just actually never really had a friend. So
Well-
I'm not going to be very good at it. I'll be honest.
I mean, I'm very much a leap before you look type of guy. So I'm fine with the idea of us being friends for no reason. So
Perfect. Excellent.
There you go.
Yeah. If
Yeah.
they've got like a dark beer, that would be great. I had some fruit beer, but it was crap over at the Wandering Oak. So,
sweet.
something with something that, tastes like a sandwich would be great.
Nice. Can I borrow some money, Zankorin? And when I say borrow, I mean never give it back. Please?
I think you owe the monk a drink, so you are gonna have to find that money.
I don't know why you keep saying that I owe the monk a drink, because I don't know what you're talking about. To be completely honest with you, in fact, he's not even here, so how would he drink it? Maybe I'll get myself a drink.
Look, I'll
Drink it in honor of the monk.
why don't since we're trying to be friends, I'll just go over and I'll get us both a beer. How does that sound?
That sounds like a way to move things forward.
Right. So
Thank
he
you.
he wanders over to Toblin and drops a silver and picks up a couple of beers for you. So
So why don't we decide what we want to do? It sounds like you guys were really excited about something when I was walking in, and I'm up for anything. I've expressed my views and my disdain for the Red Hand for no reason. I have no idea why I don't like them for any reason. I mean, what were you guys doing, Condra, at the Wandering Oak?
Yeah, here's your beer,
Thanks, bro.
What were we doing?
Yeah, what happened?
bro.
What were we
Bro.
doing?
Yeah, I saw you guys, like, dragging the monk through the street.
I don't know how to say that.
Oh, so you don't remember anything that happened inside the Wandering Oak?
Well, how could I? wasn't at the Wandering Oak. I left you guys there, and I went over to the Lion's Shield to ask a bunch of questions. And I found out what Dresendor Manor was. And that's that. I mean, that's all I know about. So,
You are very lucky that I am feeling nice and I'm not going to cast Firebolt on your extremely sorry fish ass.
I don't see where all this hostility is coming from, to be honest with you guys. I feel as though...
The monk almost died because of you, bro.
What?
Oh, I do remember that. I
What?
do remember he almost died. I remember that.
What?
Oh my god. You know what? I'm gonna let the monk handle this situation. I feel like, you know what? I'm gonna let, obviously the monk is my friend. The monk knows something, by the way. But the monk is my friend, and I feel like, he deserves to beat your ass himself. So I am going to
Deserves
just
to beat my ass.
let
Okay.
that happen. I'm just gonna let that happen. Yep.
Well, I'm flabbergasted, to say the least, at this indictment. You don't believe them, do you? Zankorin? Tatiana? Rocky,
I mean-
surely not
It
you.
was like at the bar.
Yeah.
Believe such this treacherous lie that has been spread against me.
Isn't that what happened though? I mean, we were all at the
Just-
bar and
I
just-
know what you're talking
Buy
about.
the man a beer, Pele. That's a
I
big deal.
okay.
If the monk's okay, the monk's okay.
Oh, you mean the fight.
Oh, now you remember.
Well-
Remember your balls? Remember when you lost your balls all over the floor? That was fun.
I got them all back. Don't you make fun
Yeah,
of
but
my
you have to
balls.
pick up all your balls.
Those are gonna come in handy someday, and you know they will. Fun of my balls.
Balls are very handy.
Well.
Yeah.
Well, it's like 3 in the afternoon. You guys want to catch a flick or something, or shall we? What do we?
Can we go? Can we
Yeah, can we do?
let's go,
What do you guys want to do?
find things out.
Well,
we need to come to a decision. Are we going to the Red Man, the manor? Are we going to the ruins with the undead, or are we just?
Weren't we just
I
at
think-
ruins?
I
with
think
the
we should
dead?
go to the undead, the ruins.
But
and
I mean,
come back once we are more powerful.
I don't know if you guys remember, but we were at ruins that were full of zombies.
Yeah.
Isn't
yeah,
that
that sounds
what-
about.
that sounds? I mean,
Wasn't there another ruins? My memory is not the best.
I
but I-
don't know.
Sure,
I mean, that's where I went there. I actually went up to them and was like, "Hey, I'm supposed to join you," and then they captured me because apparently that wasn't. I mean, maybe I was early. I don't know, but
Who wanted you to join us?
that's a longer story. But I guess
You got some time. You should tell
yeah,
us.
I mean, I guess sure. I've got a sob story which I'll just skip over and get to the part of I was pretty much an outcast. That sounds like a familiar theme with everyone. So no violins playing here. Put down your lute is what I'm saying. I don't know what happened. I fell, or I was sucked into a different plane, a different existence. I'm not really sure what it was. It's been described to me something like the shadow fell, like our world, but just dark and evil. And I didn't know what I was doing there, and then I felt just about as alone as I did before I got sucked into it, to be honest. But now there was a impending threat of death because I didn't know what anything was, and then this being, I don't really know how to describe her. Maybe seemed like a her. I don't know. But said that her name was Luxembisis.
Luxemboitis?
Isis, Luxem, yeah. And you know, the whole Shadowfell's dark, right? It's like dusk all the time, right? So there's not a whole lot of shadows because, you know, imagine if the sun set, everything's dark, but there's no shadows. But she cast a shadow from where you would imagine the sun would be, you know, if it had just set. But the shadow wasn't darkness, it was a shadow of light. It's totally cool. And she had said that she understood where I was and would trade power for me. That's where my magic comes from. But I would need to do her bidding from time to time or suffer her wrath. And well, I didn't have a lot of good career options at the time, right? I even actually there was a, you know, shops like the ones that you see here, and I couldn't even get hired there because I'm kind of a half-breed myself, and where I was from, that was, you know, frowned upon. As you know, I guess a lot of you experienced that, but kind of sucks. Anyway, so I said, "What the hell?" And I'll do that, and that's where I got these glowy eyes, which are, you know, cool. And how I got to do magic, and then she had spoken to me and said 2 words. She said Nirim Ver, which is, you know, the runes we were at, and I mean, I had to look that up. I wasn't to ask around because I don't know. I think sometimes they think that we know everything that they know, but you know, they say like things that are cryptic, but I think they don't mean to. I think that like to them it made perfect sense. Like I was supposed to know who the 6 were when, you know, how would I?
Sounds
but
like a typical boss move.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't blame her. I just, you know, I would imagine it'd be hard to put yourself in someone's, like, imagine if you had to put yourself, you know, see things from the perspective of like a snail. I mean, how do you even do that? So anyways. So join the 6, Nirim Ver, and that's when I was captured by I should have counted the zombies. There were like 12, right? But I was just I'd been on the road for a while. I was a bit dehydrated. You know how that affects your thinking. And I was like, oh, finally. And, you know, they looked approachable. But that didn't work out. And then I was captured for a couple of days until you lot came there. And and then I saw you sneaking around that tent, and at that point, I didn't care if there were 6 or not because it didn't look like I was going to make it. So yeah. So then, but then I counted. You know, once I saw y'all, and there were 6 of you, so I figured,
There were also,
you know,
like
I'm trying to help out
though.
best I can. No, there were like 12.
Oh, there were.
And then there was that
I
red
didn't learn how to
animal
count.
thing. I don't even know what that animal thing was. I don't even know what that was. That was weird.
That's true.
And then that mage was, he had that really deep voice that, you know, was super scary. And then, I heard him yell out about like something about get her and then kill the rest. And I was like, well, that sucks because I'm never going to meet up with the 6. But, you know, had I known, I probably could have yelled out, don't worry. I know you're going to be fine. But you're captured. You're not thinking straight. We've all been there.
So you're saying
So,
we can never die. It's predestined.
No, I wasn't. I totally wasn't saying that. I mean,
That's what I'm taking away from this.
Just like, I don't know, an hour and a half ago, the monk was played out on a table like a beaten apart hunk of meat, and we barely brought him back to life. I mean, I really need to study up on, you know, just how to suture a wound.
Yeah, that was a pretty bad moment for us, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was, we all really suck. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess if this is gonna be our day job, we're gonna have to level up. You know what I mean?
I don't suck. I didn't get beat.
Well, I mean, I wasn't just those that were there. I mean, it took 3 of us, like, I don't know,
So just the
almost
three.
a minute. Yeah, really just the and I don't know if Rampuri, if that monk guy, I don't, he was unconscious, so you really can't. It's really just the 3 of us that we just need to. Anyway, I'm gonna, this beer is really good. Bailey, I just.
Yeah, dude, you got it. Yeah. What I'm picking up, though, is that if Rampuri had won that fight, we wouldn't be in this situation. So, I mean, there's that as well. So just, not blame. Let's not shoulder all the blame now.
The only thing I know is
25% of the blame, not 33.3. Let's just say that. Or whatever numbers are, because I don't know numbers or anything. I don't know. Well, this has been an exciting day.
So what's the plan?
That's what I was going to ask.
Well,
A name I know is this Lackland person. I don't know anything about him though, but and then the other people who were crossed off. That's all I get.
Wait, you do know Lachlan?
No, I mean it was on that sheet of paper that the ranger there, Rocky was reading. I mean, it seems to me he's the only name that's not crossed off. I mean, maybe we should talk to that guy. I don't know. I mean, I'm just shooting.
I mean, that would be
We've asked in here. Nobody knows who Lachlan the Brown is or where we would find him.
well, we know he went to the forest, but that's a very far trek that we would have to take.
I think that Sildar is probably being, if he's not dead, probably being mercilessly tortured right now. Or maybe he just went for a walk. I don't know. It's one of the two. But if we were to assume that he's in trouble, he's probably the closest one and probably the one that we should focus on, is my humble opinion.
Yeah.
I think with that, we would have to assume that if we go to the manor and we are not successful, then we are going to have to leave the town. But which means we probably can't do any of the other things that the other quests essentially that could potentially help us. But I'm okay with that. But if we do that, we either have to decide, should we try to make a celebration for the Red Hand and lure as many away from the manor, or should we just all go as a group together and try to be sneaky, maybe at the dead of night?
Got it. So why do you think that if we fail, we can't come back to Fend? They'll just never let us back into Fend because they're
the police force.
So we need to be sneaky and not get caught.
Sounds like the job for a bunch of sneaky dudes, am I right?
We are the Sneaky Six.
We are the Sneaky Six, as they say. Or do they say, because they don't even know we are there?
So, the manor then?
Yeah, I'm game.
That's my vote. Why don't we wait till nightfall? Why don't we take a moment so that we can all go? Or is that a silly thing to do? Should we scout it out first? Or should we all go at once when we're all rested later on? How long would a long rest take if we all took one now?
If we take one now, it would be the middle of the night. It would be.
And then we could all participate, which might be valuable.
Yeah, I mean, it's 3-4 o'clock. Yeah, it's probably about 3 o'clock, so you could crash, get up at 11. Sorry, the math took a while. Sorry about that, people. 3 plus 8.
How does that sound to everyone?
Yeah. Might want to.
Rocky, Condra, Tatiana. Good idea, bad idea?
Good idea.
No.
What? No? Why not?
Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No.
All I heard was the last. Oh.
Yeah, I did too.
That's just like a vehement.
As
no.
long as we get
Okay.
answers and we have like a goal, I'm in.
Okay, so
I like it.
you guys all retire. You're pretty tired anyway, so you retire upstairs, and everyone zonks out until 11 o'clock or so. You're at an inn. It's perfectly safe. so we can fast forward the clock. And while we fast forward the clock, we could all take a little break and visit your wine stash. And then we'll come back at 11 o'clock-ish and pick up from where we left off.
Ooh,
I mean, we're actually going to come back in like 5 minutes, but in the world of Fend, it'll be 11 o'clock. So we'll just zip right through this. And that way, you know what I'm talking about. Huh?
So we're taking a long rest.
We're as characters taking a long rest. As people, we're taking 10 minutes, 5 minutes to get
a short rest.
Drink,
Short rest.
and then we'll be back here and we'll pick up at the inn of the Southern Woods with the intention, I guess, of going to a Trenzendor Manor. Yeah,
Let's do it.
awesome.
And while we wait, why don't we enjoy the trailer for one of our newest projects in development, Destination Fantastic.
Have you got that? I don't have that queued up. Do you have it queued
I've
up?
got it queued up, my friend. So
Nice.
why don't
Nice.
we check that out? It's literally 4 minutes and 40 seconds. So that's
Totally awesome.
that's a
I'm going to
break.
put myself on mute then.
I will mute everyone else. All right, we'll be back in a moment. Please enjoy.
Behold! The city of Valoria.
Stefan Corney, he is an amazing artist.
Look at this.
He's one of these artists that has a constant flow of ideas.
Wow.
The best dungeon sculptor on the planet, bar none.
Hey! To Dunharrow! Onward! My name is Stefan Picorni, known to some as the Dwarvenaut. I am the founder and CEO of a company called Dwarven Forge, the industry leader in the creation of miniature gaming terrain for role-playing games such as Dungeons & Dragons. 25 years ago, I pioneered the modular dungeon industry, and if you play D&D, you've probably heard of me. After the success of the cult hit documentary The Dwarvenaut about my life, director Josh Bishop and I have teamed up with Legion M to bring you something truly special. It's called Destination Fantastic, and it's a documentary travel series unlike anything you've ever seen before. Oh my god, it's Mount Doom! Frodo! Throw the ring into the volcano! We're gonna explore the origins of fantasy, gaming, art, and more in a rock and roll tour around the globe. It is my opinion that what we have in store for you is going to blow your mind. Secret passageways, I love it.
This, of course, would also be an escape route from the fortress.
We're going to go uncover the actual places and things that inspired the fantasy genre to begin with. Sometimes we'll even bring a special guest.
Speaking of fantasy, where are we going now?
The Glacier! Hello, Troll Patrol, coming through. Wow. The world is full of gems just waiting to be uncovered. And if it's fantastical, we're going. What if we went to New Zealand with someone like Elijah Wood and explored the actual locations and technology that brought the Lord of the Rings movies to life? That's right, folks. This is the house of Bilbo Baggins. Who knows? Maybe we'll even meet Peter Jackson. What if we went to Italy with Joe Manganiello? Oh, dude, man!
Of course, man.
That is awesome!
Yeah, wear it with pride.
Not only to attend one of the world's largest gaming conventions, but also to explore the art of the true masters.
Here we're gonna have the Colosseum coming up.
Not to mention all that ancient architecture and mythology.
I mean, look at this. It's the most amazing dwarven city.
How about traveling to the UK with George R.R. Martin to uncover the origins of King Arthur and Merlin? And then, of course, we could go north. It's gonna be nuts. So imagine this show is like Anthony Bourdain Parts Unknown, but for geek culture.
While we were filming The Dwarvenaut in Italy, Stefan and I came up with the idea for a documentary travel series exploring the origins of fantasy and beyond, and we've been working on it ever since.
Whoa, whoa! Wow!
Stefan is literally one of the most original artists I've ever met in my life, and he's someone that everyone should have the opportunity to experience. With this show, we're gonna give you just that.
I would love to do a geyser for a Dwarven Forge.
Teaming up with Legion M to bring this show into the world is a dream come true for us. We've been working on this project for a very long time, and they really are the perfect partner for us.
These are the real fans.
You know, one of my favorite sayings is that it's not about the destination, but about the journey. Well, this project turns that whole idea on its head. Introducing Destination Fantastic.
We've poured our hearts and souls into this, and we can't wait to explore the origins of fantasy and to bring you with us.
Gandalf!
Destination Fantastic!
The journey is just beginning.
Hey, look at that. We're back. We're back-ish. We're not quite back. We're in the break zone. We are live, but we're not back. Just so everybody who knows. Don't say anything.
This is the break zone. Is that like the cone zone?
The cone zone. The cone.
I gotta tell you, Taylor, it's so funny. I watched Ted Lasso last week.
Oh yeah,
Lasso, which by the way is amazing. Have you seen it, Taylor?
No, I haven't. I don't have Apple TV, but I would love to check it out. Maybe I can find it somewhere. If you've seen Ted Lasso in the comments, let us know. Just reminding everyone on the call that we are live to the world, just in case anyone doesn't know.
What's that, Terry?
I haven't seen it yet.
It's amazing. Like truly wonderful, I think, and so different from everything else that's out. But anyway, there's a character in there. The whole thing takes place in the UK, right? Because Jason Sudeikis plays an American football coach that gets hired by a Premier League soccer team. And the whole thing takes place in the UK. And there's one of the main characters is this guy named Jamie Tart. And I swear to God, he uses the exact same accent that you do. And it was so funny because I just kept on having these flashbacks.
Because he's actually Scottish. He uses the same accent as my character. Yeah. That's funny. I want to listen. I want to watch it now. It sounds really funny. And like you were saying before, it seems like it's something that's like kind of like a really fun, funny, positive one. Yeah,
it is. Like, that's
Mandy texting. Yes, we know. We're live. I'm saying that. Like, this is all live banter.
This is for the benefit.
I texted you well before. Yes.
Yeah.
Well
Okay,
before.
good. Thank you. Yeah, sorry. I just saw it now. But that's why, I did want to make sure that it was very clear that we are live to the world as we talk about our love for Ted Lasso.
So let's not talk about our tax returns right now.
Everybody scream your social security number.
Totally.
But how cool is Destination Fantastic? Let us know in the comments if you're excited like we are, because I am freaking stoked, man.
I didn't get to see it because I just wasn't hooked up. But I can go to legionm.com and look at it, right?
True. And you also got an email.
/destination-fantastic. Check it out.
You know, Tom was telling me that the last blockbuster is really good too. I don't know if anybody's seen
Very
that.
good. I saw that. Really good.
He's trying to organize a road trip. We could do like a Legion M road trip to go hit the last blockbuster.
That would be fun. I would do that.
That would be cool.
Oh, as a side note, another great documentary we just finished. I mean, let's not get political here, but Q Into the Storm.
What part of the way did that do?
Fascinating. Fascinating.
What's that about?
Please watch it if you haven't already. Amazing. HBO. Watch it. Q Into the Storm. Please watch.
Wait,
Fantastic.
HBO, that means I have to pay for it.
HBO Max.
If you're not already paying for HBO, then what are you doing? Because it's totally worth it.
You know, I'm a very busy dungeon master, and I have to spend all of my time planning all this stuff, and I don't.
You know what?
What?
You're right.
I do appreciate Dave's dedication to rewatching these episodes and then texting us during the week fun moments from them. Like,
I do.
That always makes me smile, where he's like, hey, man, I really liked this one part in your thing. And I was like, oh, that's fun. I didn't know that it happened. But yeah.
Well, I listen to it because, you know, part of life is a retrospective, as I'm sure all of you have done, as you've done any project, right? You after you're done, you're like, what did we do well? What can we do better next time? It's a normal part of growth. And so I always like to listen to it. And they're lots of fun because sometimes I miss stuff because you guys are talking. I'm sorry, you fives are talking. And I'm busy like trying to get monster stats or something like that, and I miss it because I can't pay attention to everything at once. So sometimes it's fun to go back and listen and see how enjoyable everyone else was. Anyway, are we back? We're back. We're ready to go.
We're back.
Okay. So hi, welcome back everyone from our break. I hope you enjoyed the free screening. Okay, here we are. It is now nighttime. Am I assuming you're downstairs? You're back out front? What? You're downstairs and what's your plan? The inn has quieted down. There's not a lot of people there. Closing up for the night. Excuse me. Do you want to see the map?
Your long rest if you haven't.
Yeah, everyone mark your long rest, which means everyone's exhaustion goes down.
For the appropriate amount of hours.
Yeah, you didn't level up or anything, but you have studied. That's pretty awesome.
No, there's always tomorrow night.
You could, yeah.
And since I'm still probably a little messy looking, something that I can't believe I forgot. I go ahead and cast prestidigitation. I cannot say that word.
Right. What are you drinking?
I have water.
Prestidigitation.
That.
You can't even say prestidigitation.
I cannot.
Give yourself a quick cleaning.
Oh, you're like a magic user. You're supposed to be able to do that.
I know. But yes, I cast that on myself.
So I'm assuming you're cleaning yourself up so you look a little bit better, combing your hair, making yourself presentable. Perfect. All right. You can hear the night outside creeping in. It's that damp moisture that you get, right in the early evening where the dew is just beginning to settle on everything. The wind has died down a bit for the evening. Still overcast, sadly, but that is what makes it so damp. Here's the map. So, what are you mapping? What are you doing with the map?
I say we head on over to the manor. Obviously, kind of not directly. We just want to kind of scout it out, see if there's any sentries, see if we want to go a different way, maybe go from the up behind, things like that.
All right. It's dark. There's no night lights. There's no lamp lights in a town like this, so it is pretty dark. It's overcast, so it's not bright outside. Those of you with dark vision can see just fine. And you haven't seen any non-human red hand as of yet.
Should we check? Should we take a peep into the Wandering Oak and see if those guys in there? I think they are all guys. Those people in there, the Red Hand, are still partying. Should we see if they're on a bender or something, or if they've already headed back to where they're supposed to go?
Sure.
I think it would be important for us to take a peep into the Wandering Oak just to make sure that the Red Hand are still in there.
I don't think that will matter because I think that's the place that they like to hang out. So it's just kind of a ongoing circulation of Red Hand people.
Oh.
Ones that are off duty go there. Ones that are on duty, manor or something like that.
That's a fair point.
I'm sure we'll find some.
Was one of our goals to try to distract them and keep them there?
We're gonna sing.
It would have been, but if we're all this is almost 11 at night, we would need to plan a whole day to do festivities and a whole concert. I would be planning.
No offense to Zancorin, but there are more than one way to distract someone besides a song and a concert and a parade.
You have a point.
What
were you thinking?
Why don't we just
Yes.
sneak up to the barkeep and buy him a shit ton of drinks?
That usually works.
We don't even have to tell him who did it. We just tell him that someone from the town drop off, I don't know, 10 gold. That'll keep him drinking for a while. 20. What do we got?
I mean,
Let me see what I got.
I did win 50 gold earlier this afternoon. I'm not sure how much they can spend, but...
Well, there's a difference between having it and being willing to spend it. Everyone will drink a drink if they're not paying for it. That's really... Think about it. That's how most kids get born. Yeah, think about it.
That's not a bad idea. We can do a quick rendezvous or a quick trip over to the Wandering Oak, pay the tavern owner some gold to keep the drinks flowing.
I think his name was Robbie or something.
Perfect. And then head over to the manor.
All right, is everyone going to the Wandering Oak, or just one person? How are you handling that?
I think we should walk over together, but the rest of us should be in the shadows.
All right. So you head down the main road to past the Inn of the Southern Wood, down the street towards the Eatermath Orchard, but there on the right is the Wandering Oak. You can hear music coming in from the inside of it, and it's people some people kind of going in and out, but largely it's closed. Who's going to go in?
Not
I'll head on in.
And who's got?
They don't know. They know me. They don't know me, so I'll head on in.
I think you should go in.
What are you taking in with you? Do you need money or anything, or are you just heading in?
I have money on me.
Okay. You open the door inside. It's kind of jamming a little bit. There's people talking and it seems busy. You see a bunch of red hand in there. You don't know whether there's more or less than before because you weren't there before, but there's a lot of people there. It's loud and people are drinking and stuff.
I try to find the tavern owner.
Sure. Go up to the bar. Hi, can I help you?
I heard such great things about the Wandering Oak and about these red hand. I just wanted to give a gesture of my appreciation to everyone. How much would it be to keep the drinks flowing for everyone?
I mean, it depends how long you want to keep them flowing, I suppose. How much do they drink?
I mean...
Whatever I think till closing time?
Yeah.
Boy, these guys drink? 20 gold?
20 gold. I mean, I think it's more like 10 gold based off of what I see here.
All right, 10 gold. That's fine.
10 gold?
Right, 10 gold. I'll do it for you for 10 gold.
All right, 10 gold it is. Here you go.
All right. Do you want, who should I say is paying for it?
Let them know that it's the town folk, that we all really appreciate it.
Will do. All right. Okay, do you want me to announce it or just
nope.
Not charge them?
Just not charge them. Just tell them it's on the house, and the town folk really appreciate it.
Awesome. Okay, not a problem.
Actually, give me 5. I don't want to be here. I don't like, people looking at me or trying to think it's me. So maybe as I leave, you can announce.
I'll be honest. You don't look that good. You're a little green.
Thank you. That's good. That helps me actually. But just wait until I leave, then you can announce it.
Not a problem. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll give you a 5.
Thank you.
Okay. So you head on out.
And I head on out.
And he's happy to take your money. You don't need to roll a persuasion check to give money to a barkeep. So that goes on, and presumably in 5 or so minutes, there'll be more drinks flowing.
All right. Our work here is done. Let's head over to the manor.
All right. So you guys, you fives, head back over to the manor. Now here's the map for you to look at. There's the main road that sort of comes up to it. And obviously you can sneak up around some other ways if you want to get there. I'm not sure what your goals are. So how do you want to try to approach it or spy on it or scope it out?
I think while we're scoping it out, we each take a different way around to see.
Is it just me or are you kind of hard to hear?
You're really hard to hear, Terry.
Oh no.
Yeah, I don't think your microphone is turned on.
It's not plugged in.
That would do it. I'm no tech support genius, but Have you tried turning it on and off again?
Hang on. Someone.
What you'll want to do is shove that right in that hole on the side.
Come on. There we go. All right. Can you hear me now?
You probably have to tell Zoom. You probably have to go into your mute, under the mute, the arrow next to it, and select that microphone, and then it should work better. Does that make sense? Yes. No. Yes.
All right. Can you hear
me?
Wow.
Much better.
Wow. Welcome to the party. Awesome. Okay.
So I was just going to suggest that we split up
This is night and day.
and come around the manor. We each take a different point and just scope it out. We need to know how many people are inside to prepare ourselves and to figure out how to get in stealthily.
I don't disagree with that. I think we should all do that, but let's all meet at the road from where the Wandering Oak is that heads towards the manor.
Like right here?
Yeah, right there.
Okay.
And let's just say in about 30 minutes or an hour, give enough time for everyone to really look around.
Scope and look at stuff? Sure.
Yes, let's make that 20 minutes.
Are you splitting up individually? You going in pairs? What's the plan?
I think we should go as pairs, just in case something happens.
I'll go with the monk.
Zancorn, you and I.
I'll tag along
With Rocky?
Yeah.
I'll tag along with
Alright.
my new best friend, bro.
Bro.
Did I use that? Did I say that right? Is that right?
It's pretty good.
Feels awkward to me. Is that?
Oh,
because
that's
we're
the
not
point.
Related, but is that normal? Is that like bro? Is that a thing?
Yeah, it's
Bra.
like,
Okay, cool.
Bra.
Bra. I thought that was a thing that the ladies for the, of the. Never mind. I'll just.
it's a Maroos thing. We say it a lot in Maroos.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, you might have seen it on Maroos
yeah.
Shore. Popular play that goes around Maroos Shore. It's the six individuals from a bit north of Maroos. They come down for the the holiday, and they stay in a coastal home together. It's quite interesting. It's mostly improv, but it is fun. It's
I have no idea what you're talking about.
that's
but
fine. Most
I'm
people
just,
don't
I'm
come
just
along.
glad someone's talking to me, so that's fine. I'll just nod and smile. Is that normal?
Yes, I do believe that's a normal human reaction to things.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah,
but you're not human.
got it.
Or are you human?
Just half.
Sorry. Yeah, me
This-
too.
this
Me
is the half
too.
of me.
Yeah, I get it. I know. It's interesting. Yeah. Okay, so why don't we all go then?
Okay, who's going where?
What are we looking at?
There's 3 groups, right? Or 2 groups? 3 groups.
3 groups.
Okay. Pele, and who's going with Pele? Rampuri?
The monk.
Pele and the monk, and Corleone. Where are you going? On the map, like here's where you're starting.
Is that little mound there in the middle? That's Tressendor Manor.
That is what you've told that it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Although it's not like it's broken down. There's no top to it anymore, right? It's kind of destroyed. It was a manor from 100, 200 years ago that has fallen apart, but apparently there's still, I don't know, multiple layers underneath it. You don't really know, but they're living there somehow. They're certainly not living in a building, so you assume it's underneath or something, right?
We'll go down towards the river to the south.
Okay. And then who else? Tatiana and Rocky? Is that it? Zancorn. Tatiana and Zancorn. Where are you going?
Zancorn, I'll defer to you if you have a particular feeling, but I'm thinking we should come around the where is the front entrance?
Here where the pathway is.
Okay. I think we should see the road that we were on, how it leads straight to that corner. I think we should just go straight.
Yeah, I think we should cover that from the Wandering Oak, that middle road.
Mm-hmm.
Here.
And just kind of go south and back north, kind of like in a C shape, to see if we can find any extra
like,
entrances going
1
underground or anything.
Like in this area here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Pele and Rampuri and Corleone are checking down in this area by the woods.
Correct.
Where are Rocky and I?
I'm assuming you're going to the only area that hasn't been checked yet, which is over
Okay, we're
here.
going over there.
All right, near the front entrance.
Before we all leave, I go, and because we think this is underground, try to find possible entrances that are maybe emergency entrances or exits to the underground. So be searching for hidden passages in that way.
Okay.
Good call.
Yeah. I'm on that. Okay. Let's pick up with we'll go backwards this time. Condra and who was it?
Rocky. Me and Rocky.
You wander around to the front end. I'm assuming you head back on the main roads and peek in the front way. Are you walking around with somebody else on it?
We were already at the Wandering Oak, right?
Yeah, you were here. You were here. I'm sorry. Some of the group is going down here and to the bottom. Some of the group is going here. So you can take the main road past the end of the Southern Woods and down.
Let's do that.
The entrance.
Let's do that. Yep.
So you walk through town square. It's pretty quiet. It's 11 o'clock at night. There's no one out that you can see. Even most of the homes that are there aren't any lights on anymore, as it's a sensible town and everyone's resting for tomorrow's busy day. You come to this street that sort of trails off. It's not that busy, but you can tell it's used, but it is really dark. And I don't think Condra has night vision, right?
I do.
Okay. How far down that do you want to go before are you being stealthy? What's your plan?
Well, what do I like? Do I hear anything, or do I see shadows of any kind? Like, do I see anything ahead of me?
To the front, it's quite a ways away, and even though you have dark vision, it's not going to go 120 feet or so, as far as it is. So you'll have to sneak up a little bit closer and see if you can see anything up front. But on the road itself, you don't see anyone, and it's just a little bit too far and a little bit too dark for you to see all the way up to what would seem to be the entrance, if they're to call it that. But you can sneak closer if you want, or you can just walk closer.
I would like to sneak closer.
All right, go ahead and roll a stealth check.
I am a fragile being, y'all.
You're a snowflake.
20.
20. All right.
Woo!
Rocky, are you going with her?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll as well.
For stealth?
Yep.
So I rolled a 10.
A 10. All right. Together, though, you are able to sneak up pretty quickly. Rocky is not able to see much of anything. It's a dark night. But Condra is able to see 2, perhaps 3 guards. They don't seem to be paying too much attention, but they are certainly both right at the end of the path, like they are guarding some sort of entrance from this direction.
Hey, Condra, what do you see with your elf eyes?
I was about to make a Lord of the Rings joke. Okay,
go ahead.
I see the 2 or 3 guards guarding an entrance. I think that we should try to distract them and sneak past them. What do you think?
Sure. What are you gonna do? Like a dance or something?
No, I'm not the monk. I am. I'm thinking of casting something like far away, like to get them to walk somewhere else. What do you think about that? Think that would work?
As long as you don't blow anything up, I think that's fine. We could just try to throwing a rock or something.
Okay, while you guys are thinking to do that, let's move over to Zancorin and Tatiana on the north side here. What are you doing?
We're sneaking up.
Sneaking up, and I whisper to Tatiana, I really hope everyone remembers to rendezvous in about 20 minutes over here and not go diving into danger immediately at the first entrance they see.
And this is this is totally meta. Yeah,
just
so
totally, yeah,
I get it.
Just
and that
offhand,
wasn't a pointed statement to Andy at all. So everyone knows. Okay, go ahead.
And yeah, sneaking up and just looking for potential. Well, Tatiana has dark vision, right?
I don't think either of you have dark vision.
Oh, we don't.
Mm-mm.
All right. So this is the plan, Tatiana. I'm gonna cast the light spell, and on this rock. And if guards come up to us, is that I'm looking for a particular flower for someone that I love, and you were helping me try to find it. And we heard it only blooms at night in this area. So that's why we're out here, and we didn't know this was restricted.
Can you cast a light spell with like a cloth over it and just lift a little bit of the cloth so we can see where we're going? Rather than having a big, huge light spell going on?
That's kind of what I was thinking, but we also need to try to find an entrance, so we need some light to be shining around. But yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, just in the event that guards come up to us wondering what we're doing out here.
Sure.
Are there any, do the guards have torches lit anywhere along the walls?
Roll a perception check.
Okay, I will roll a perception check.
Go for it.
I'm doing it.
It's so nice to hear you, Tatiana.
Thank you. Ten.
Okay. Your eyes are straining as you look up at, what was the old manor as you're trying to see anything there, and you don't notice any lights, any guards, any torches, anything like that. So if anyone is up there, they are looking out, at night in the darkness, but you can't tell. If you are also looking for entrances, anything that stands out, go ahead and you can each roll a perception check, or one of you can roll at advantage. Either way.
Well,
what's your perception?
Mine's a +4.
Oh yeah, you should do it.
Okay. That is a measly 10.
A measly 10.
Measly.
As you look around for anything that might jump out at you, you don't notice anything over here. This is the side closest to town, and it's more meadow-like than it is, shrubs or woods or anything like that. So it's if it was hidden, it would be either obvious or super well hidden, but you don't see anything that's over there. Let's spin to the south side of the area where Pele and the monk and Corleone are.
So, how you feeling, buddy? I say to the monk, tempedly.
I'm all right. Shit, I healed up. I don't mind scrapping, so
Well, that's very monk-like. That's very monk-like of you. Thank you. I appreciate I appreciate the fact that words tend to escape me in moments like these where I have to be genuine and regretful. So I pass the monk my most prized possession from the quest as a token of my gratitude and friendship to heal the bonds. And I give you the jade frog that we got from.
wow.
It was either that or the butter.
Man.
So I think this thing is pretty cool, and I thought you might maybe you would be a good caretaker for it. Don't know what it does or if it does anything, but I think it's pretty cool. So, thanks.
Well, that's wow. That's mighty nice of you. I don't have a lot of stuff as a monk, so I will treasure this. And I mean, shit, you I think we're a lot more alike than people may think or may appear on the surface. You, I mean, to be honest, you remind me a lot of myself, just like a kind of dumber, slower, weaker version of myself. But I just want you to know that I may be hard on you sometime, but you're all right in my book.
Well,
oh, that's really sweet.
You know, I think they may have really messed you up because I thought you said that it was a dumber, slower version of you, but that's okay. That's okay. I know it takes a little while to come back from an ass kicking like that. That being said, why don't we get moving? This has been a moment, and brought to you by, and I just walk away.
So, first of all, are you being stealthy?
Yes, we're being very stealthy.
Everyone,
I'm looking out into the distance with my dark vision, and I'm curious if I see anything. If not, I would like to creep closer to the walls.
Okay.
I'd like to just join them, just trying to focus all my monk energy.
Powers, right? Well, let's all roll a stealth check.
See what I can see.
Is Corleone, does he have dark vision?
Yes,
Corleone,
he does.
Do you have dark vision, bro?
Yeah, I also got these glowy eyes. People can generally see them at a distance, but I can turn them on. They're like flashlights.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
Yeah, they're really cool, but we probably shouldn't do that right now.
No, I wouldn't do that if I were you. That's pretty
And
obvious.
as you look over at him, you can see his eyes like a candle in the dark. It's just like a candle that's sort of, flickering in each eye a little bit. Not quite as bright as a candle. You know that he's gonna kind of give himself away a little bit. People are gonna see too. Maybe they look like fireflies if he blinks a lot or closes his eyes or something like that. But he can't put those out.
I'm gonna ask you something kind of personal, Corleone.
Yeah.
Do you think you might be able to like squint a bit or something? Cause
yeah, I can.
I don't know. I feel like this is pretty obvious. It's kind of like a.
Yeah, I mean they're cool, but they've got a downside.
Do you have they're like horse blinders or something you could put on, or like a hat.
Yeah, I wish they had things that were like glasses, but they were like dark.
Do they know what glasses are in this town?
They do know what glasses are. They do not know what sunglasses are. So he doesn't have anything that quite works like that. But that might make it too dark for him anyway.
Fair enough.
Well, yeah, I can go ahead and squint.
Maybe just maybe I don't want you to to do anything that'll hinder your natural abilities, but I can see them, so just letting you know.
Right, I'll let you know if I look down. Can you see him as much as if I look
fine.
down? Yeah, okay. I'll just look down. So I'll look behind us.
Oh, nice.
Right, I'll look behind us so that way someone's up there they can't see. No, I have to I'll every once in a while I'll turn and then
you'll turn around. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes that.
Yeah, they're not. They're.
Okay.
I mean, they're magic in the sense that I can turn them on like a flashlight, which is cool.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, great. Well, we have established all the cool things.
Yeah.
About
Okay.
Corleone.
So everyone rolled a 16, a 7, and a 24 on their stealth check. So as a group, you guys pass. You are not visible. Where are you looking?
Well, so this is an interesting thing. I think that we're all going in the same direction now because we've all.
The three of you are together. So.
Okay. Well, where should we go, guys? We have an idea. We could either look at
Yes.
where we think they want us to look, which would be like up by the castle, or don't you think that these trees might have like a secret entrance? I don't know. I don't know if there's like an escape tunnel or something that might be a way in. I don't know. If it were me, I'd have one of those. If I had a manor, I'd have an escape tunnel. And, you know, like a bunch of statues and things. I don't know. I'd be eccentric if I had a manor. Oh, if I had a manor. I'd have like a stable full of unicorns.
Why don't we do this? I mean, why don't I go kind of take the forest line and I'll see if I see anything down there.
Would it be crazy if Corleone went with the monk?
I think that makes sense.
You could use your light bulb eyes to maybe illuminate any kind of.
I mean, I can see in the dark fine. I don't know
but I mean
about
for the
you,
monk even. Like
monk.
You could, know.
No, that's fine. I don't need any light.
Okay, well, yeah, all right, whatever. Then if you go down by the tree line, then maybe I should like just sort of sneak my way up to the castle wall, see if there's anything up there. We'll come back here in like a minute or two and just see if there's yeah.
So you've already rolled your stealth checks. So Pele, you go ahead and roll a perception check for checking out by the castle, or by the the manor.
Up by the manor.
7. You scan around it and you don't see a whole heck of a lot as far as entrances go. You are able to see on the other side of it, as you're close to it, that there are seem to be some people on this area. As you sneak up the back side, you can see near the front side there seem to be a couple of guards. They're not hiding themselves. You don't need a big perception check to see those, because they're just out there being seen intentionally to let people know this is guarded.
They're on the ground, or they're on the wall?
They're on the ground. There isn't really much of walls. As you look at it, it looks like it's relatively destroyed years ago. But you can see, half walls that are still there, and sort of make out, I could see how this would have been a manor, and that probably would have been like a grand room. And you can see skeletons of like Roman ruins where you can see, this was probably that, and that was the thing there. But there's not much of anything left, and overgrown and shrubs growing through them and stuff like that.
It's not really like parapets or like a wall.
No, there's really nothing over like 5 feet tall.
It's like a house. Right? Like a busted up old house. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. It was made of stone, though. The term manor must have made sense at the time. I mean, you could imagine just the square footage on the ground, that it was large, bigger than the Inn of the Southern Woods. So, it was a home apparently the size of of what is now one of the larger buildings in town. So, Monk and Corleone need to roll a perception check. Just so Corleone doesn't have to do anything, why don't you roll at advantage?
Okay. Well, I just rolled a 7 for my first one. My second one is 10.
10. All right. As you are searching through the woods are a lot more of them than you expected to be there. And realizing the size of them in the minute or so that you had to do it, you don't see anything, but you're fully aware that, unlike looking at the outside of the ruins that you can gather pretty quickly in 30 seconds, that you haven't even begun to really search this section, just because, it's woods. So it's a little harder to see, but you didn't see anything. Let's go back around out front again to Rocky and Chandra.
Yeah.
Hello. Well, Rocky, what was that thing that Dan Corin wanted us to do? They wanted us to meet somewhere or something. What was that?
I couldn't remember at all. He's so small. I
couldn't really hear him. I'm way up here. I don't know. I don't know what he said.
So what do you want to do? Shall we just...
Well, let's distract some bad guys. So... Okay, so do you want me to try and cast? Okay, well, meta question real quick, DM.
Friends. Why don't you use friends?
Because I can only use it on one person.
That's all it takes. Get one of them to go off and distract the other ones for us.
But every time I try to flirt my way through a situation, it hasn't worked yet. So let's.
So you need to show a little bit of. Never mind.
Okay, so if meta question real quick, if I cast something. And to try and distract somebody, do do you still see where it was cast from, or can you just see the spell when it's somewhere else?
It depends on the description of the spell. They'll tell you, like, for a firebolt, that a bolt of fire leaves your hand, and a glowing green glop for acid splash, and for ray of sickness. So some of them you see, some of them you don't see, but it says in the spell description.
Fine.
Apparently you didn't like that answer.
I did not like that answer.
You were hoping for
okay, so
from the scrunchy up face that you made at me.
Rocky, would you like to try and throw a rock first, to see if that works, while I explore my spells and see if I have anything that might make sense?
I mean, I could just shoot an arrow or something, try to hit something and distract them.
Okay, let's try that, but like not at them. Like make it like, you know, the other way.
Kill an owl or something.
I mean, it is what it is. Try not to.
Okay. So, I mean, what can I see? Is there moonlight? What's the...
No, it's dark. It's overcast. I don't pick the weather. I've got a weather... I've got planned out for every day of this adventure, and it is dark today. Not my choice.
The problem is I can't really see anything, so I would have to start a light, in which case they would see me. So maybe we should just... we could go back to the others, or we could try to find a way in without being caught. Both of us are pretty good at sneaking.
We are. So I'd like to just do that, because why not?
You'd like to do what?
Try to find a way in.
I want to distract them so we can sneak into the building.
We're just going to try to sneak in the building and not distract them. We're going to try to...
They're in front of the door, though. I'm pretty sure.
You don't know if there's a door there, but considering there are 3 guards out front, you would assume that they're guarding something, which would make sense that it's an entrance, but you don't really know since you can't see up there.
We could really use a sleep spell about now. Can you do that?
I cannot. That's all Zanny.
So maybe we should go back to Zanny and just report what we saw. I know it's boring, but...
Well, Kandra is debating whether her willingness to do that. Let's zip over to Zancorin and Tatiana.
Has it been 20 minutes yet, Zancorin?
Has what?
Has it been 20 minutes yet?
I think we're coming up on it.
Yeah, your investigation has been fruitless on that side. You haven't seen any entrances or anything.
Let's head back to the rendezvous point and wait for the others.
Good idea.
And then we can see what they found. Maybe they found something of interest.
All right, let's go back over to Pele and the monk.
You guys see anything in the woods?
Nothing.
Me either.
In fairness, the woods are pretty big. We just looked at a little section of it.
That makes sense. I feel like if there was a secret entrance or a secret escape or something, it's a secret. So it's not like, hey.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We looked at one little spot. Well, not one spot, but we, just on the closest edge, because we just... you can listen, you can hear there's like a river or a stream or something. There's a lot of room for hiding spots. We just haven't checked them out.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, wait. So I've got a cunning idea. I've got an interesting idea, but I feel like let's go back, meet up with everyone, and then maybe we put it into action. I've got an idea.
All right.
It might be kind of neat.
Yeah.
Because I did see around the corner over there, there's like a couple of guys. I think they're all guys. A couple of guards. They're all they're just hanging around. So it gave me a little bit of an idea. Maybe so we'll go back and we'll meet at the rendezvous. What do you guys think?
Sounds good.
Let's do that.
Let's do it.
So you head over to the rendezvous point, which was somewhere in this area, and you are all together again, ready to share what you have found.
Yeah, we explained what we saw with the gods and our inability to distract them.
Hey, Zancorin, what about your little birdie feller?
That was my next thought, but I would have to ask him if he's able to see through the dark. I don't think he can.
I don't think he has night vision.
I don't think he does.
I had an idea, because there are those guards over there. What if, either I or Condra, who are pretty good at moving through the city faster than the average person, what if one or both of us creates a big old diversion, and then we run away and get the guards to chase us, and then we double back, and you guys get in, and then you let us in, or something. If we I don't know, maybe there's a thing that we could do. Maybe we don't even need to do that. Maybe I also was thinking maybe Condra could just blow something up nearby, and they would go
blowing things up.
They'd go investigate it.
Well, if they're smart, then only one of them would, or two of them at most, which gives us an advantage of only taking care of one of them. But it's all dependent on, did we find anything else? Was there any potential other avenues we could explore?
No, I mean, the only thing maybe is to climb the walls. There might be something up on top, but we can't see.
Well, we could, where I was looking over on the south side of the building, there was looked like there was a bunch of caved in roofs. I don't know, maybe we could climb up into one of the rooms. I think that I saw a great room or something.
But most of the rooms that are there, they're just the remaining walls. None of them are more than 5 feet tall. There aren't any roofs or anything like that. It's all pretty open.
But I mean, there's holes in the building and things. Maybe we could sneak in.
There isn't much of a building left, right? Walls that are there are no higher than 3-4 feet at the most. Some of them down to nothing, right? So it's clearly been destroyed. It almost looks like people over the years have taken the stones that were once doing this house, because you don't see a lot of littered stones around, although you do see some, but it's almost like they've taken them apart and carried or carted off the stones elsewhere to use them. It's just, pretty much abandoned. But both of you saw two of the groups saw 3 guards. After talking about it and, triangulating, you pretty much figure they're the same 3 that are near that entrance or alleged entrance. So that's the information that you have.
What if Condra ran up there and told them that there was trouble at the Wandering Oak, and that their friends were in trouble or something like that? Does that make
Super down for that.
That could be something.
Out of curiosity, go ahead, Zankorin. You go.
I just had a possible problem with that would be 1 or 2 of them would go and the other one would run inside to get help or beef up security, or they don't know what that problem is, so it'd have to be ironclad.
Plus, once those
I
guys
like where it's
get down
going.
to the Wandering Oak, well, once they get down to the Wandering Oak, they're gonna find that there's free beer, and
yeah, that's if all 3 of them go. But if 1 or 2 of them go running back in whoever's in,
I was just saying it's a bad thing. They'll show up thinking there's going to be trouble, and then there's not. So they might bring all their friends back. Can we put them all to sleep permanently?
Not permanently. I will only cast that if you promise not to kill them, because we don't even know if they're bad. We don't know who's involved. We don't know who actually is bad and who actually is wanting to kill people or who is evil.
Yep.
For all we know, as we understood it, the Red Hand is just a mercenary group, and for the most part, they seem pretty okay. But the only person I don't trust is their leader.
Yeah, I promise not to kill them. Unless I want to.
If you do, I kill you.
Big words.
So
all right,
let's put. Can you put them all to sleep? Is that something that you can do from a distance?
I could try. I would.
What would happen if it goes wrong? Would they be suspicious, or would they just sort of yawn?
They would know. They would know that someone tried to cast something on them.
How about we make it? If you fail, if you succeed, I won't kill them. But if you don't succeed, then we'll have to kill them. So it will really be the blood on your hands. based on that transitive property, which I don't know because I don't know math.
That would be a no.
I don't even know what transitive means.
Well, I don't know. It sounds like it makes sense to me.
What I can say is why don't we do this? I will cast the sleep spell on them and see if it works, and then possibly Rocky, the monk, and you, Pele, will sneak around towards it. Make sure you stay at least 20 feet away, and if it doesn't work, the three of you can charge and try to take them by surprise and knock them out, not kill them, but knock them out so that they're passed out.
Okay, but but I'm gonna steal their clothes and wear them and pretend to be them, and you can't stop me.
That's not a bad idea, actually.
Oh, really?
We're on the same page.
Oh, nice. Oh, so you
Wait a
like that
second.
too, then.
What? Wait, what?
What just happened here?
I was talking about a fetish I have. Are you
Wait,
saying that's a good idea?
Did Pele actually say something of value?
And logic. Almost logic.
This is what I do all the time. Are you saying this actually fits as part of the plan as a good idea?
Slightly, yes. The rest of us could sneak, and you could sneak but be a guard, and if someone sees you, you can try to,
I'm gonna steal
deceive them. Say you drop something and you're trying to find it or something.
What if Condra makes a big bright light over there to kind of get them fixed in one direction, and then Zankorn can kind of creep up behind them and sleep them.
We're down for that. I like using magic.
I think if they're all close enough, I can sleep all of them all at once, but I don't know if I'll be able to do all three of them at once. So as long as we have...
You don't have night vision, right?
I do not.
But they're lit up.
But they have a torch, don't they? Or do they not have torches?
They should, don't they?
They don't have any lit, but you assume that they probably have some in case they needed them. I mean, like I said, all of the Red Hand that you have seen so far have been human, so you wouldn't assume that they have night vision, but that it doesn't mean they don't have torches, spells, I don't know, any other way of creating light on demand if they needed it. Weird. That's just up in the air.
Then the other option is I cast light on a rock, give it to someone who can throw it, maybe like Rocky, and we hide it as best as possible, and then at the exact moment you throw it, I see them and I cast it.
I'm happy to do that.
But then we also need the monk and Pele to be close enough to knock them out if sleep does not work.
Sure.
I think that's the plan.
Okay.
I promise I won't kill anybody if they're asleep. I don't do that anymore.
Trust you, Rocky.
That's the only uncomfortable part of that is the anymore phrase that you said. But
Well, it wasn't humans.
I'm new here. I'll let it
It was
pass.
never humans.
I don't know. When these hands get to stabbing, it's like they've got a mind of their own.
That's why I call you McStabbin.
So
we might just need to cut off those hands.
I'm reading the rules. I'm reading the rules on the sleep spell, and it says starting with the creature. Creatures within a 20 feet of a point you choose within range are affected in ascending order. Blah blah blah. It's interesting that it doesn't say 20 feet of a point you can see, because a lot of them are very specific that you should be able to see that. We can take the concept that if it is described to you, and you can see a portion of it, that, maybe if you sneak up close enough within the 90-foot range and somebody says they're over in that area, you have other ways of targeting. There isn't an attack roll that you make on this, right? You just cast it.
Yeah.
So it's interesting that it doesn't say that you have to see it.
I mean, that you have a point.
Yeah. So I am sure that is not what the rules as written that aren't actually written sometimes mean. But if I'm a lawyer, I can argue that point that, yeah, we'll just say it takes a little bit longer for you to, listen and hear and try to figure out where they are before you cast it. And we can give that a shot. So you don't have to light anything up. You can light up afterward if you want.
Yeah. Then, let's try that then.
All right.
Cast sleep without seeing them.
So which way you are over here right now? Which way the guards are over here? That what has been described. I'm assuming you're drawing it out on the ground or something like that, so you all have your bearings. Which way are you headed? Around this north side? Around the south side?
By the way,
yeah.
Just one more tidbit of information that may change things. We elves and half-elves are immune to sleep spells. So
you can get even closer then. You can be inside the 20-foot radius.
I was gonna say, does it make sense for us to to distract them somehow? Like, what if we go up there and we
don't need a distraction.
Oh, okay, then never mind. But yeah, okay.
But I do like the idea because you can be closer and I don't have to worry about putting you to sleep.
Nice.
Because I was just worried about putting everyone else to sleep. I didn't want to put anyone who was close enough to sleep. But you can be inside that 20-foot radius.
I gotta say, that's really funny coming from you, the pan flute guy, saying that you don't want to put anybody to sleep.
So I'm gonna weigh in from a meta perspective on it. I would say that Zancorin wouldn't be sure if his sleep power, basically the hit points, would still be used up on someone, just not take effect or not, right? You've never done that before. So there's a chance that it's like, oh, it's going to affect our 3 people first. It's going to be not going to affect them, but it would try to, because how would the spell know, right? It's targeting exactly what it says. So there's a possibility that, and I don't know the answer to that. I'm going to roll for it. So I'm because I don't know the answer to that. I think it's only fair the first time we do this is if you want to do it, maybe it works. Maybe we don't count those points against you. Maybe we do, but you don't know that answer, so neither do I.
That's a fair point.
Fair. Yeah.
Let's stick with you staying 20 feet away, and I will cast sleep, and then rush them if they don't fall asleep and knock them out.
Okay. All right.
Everyone agree?
Yes. Who's rushing them? I'm rushing them.
The monk, Rocky, and Pele.
Let's do this.
After the sneak spell.
After the sneak spell.
After you guys sneak up. So you sneak up. Let's do a group stealth check. So everyone roll stealth.
Everyone roll stealth, and the person who has the worst. How does it work?
It's an average, typically.
Kind of.
It's DM choice.
Yeah.
You want everyone to
average
roll?
them. It's the number of people above the stealth check versus the number of people below it. So if 5 succeed and 4 fail, regardless of the scores, you succeed.
Okay.
Yeah. So
some people do it if you crit. Yeah, everyone roll.
Okay.
If you
16.
crit,
it
counts as 2.
Weird. Mine's not showing what
neither is mine. That's what the.
There we go.
Wait, there
all right.
it is.
Okay, so we have who's our first one? Go ahead and read yours out, Zancorin.
19.
Pele.
21.
Nice, Rocky.
16.
Condra.
9.
Ooh, Monk.
7.
Ooh, Tatiana.
19.
Oh, and Corleone. 5. But it's 4 pass, 3 fail, so you are able to keep the noisy ones at bay, help them through their difficult ability to stealth, and sneak up close enough that you're able to cast the sleep spell. So let's go ahead and roll that sleep spell.
All right. It is. I always forget. 20 feet. 5d8. There we go. 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on, high rolls. Oh, wow. That was really good. 32.
Holy crap.
32.
That was really good.
How the hell did you do that?
Nice.
Luck on the dice.
So you cast it. You can't see what happens, but Corleone is like watching and whispering, kind of shielding his eyes and whispering to you as your spell goes off. And he's like, okay, one of them dropped. The next one dropped. Two of them dropped, but there's one still standing. Let's roll initiative.
Would that be counted as a surprise? Because we were planning it.
Well, I'm going to say your surprise round is very much the stealth attack, right? That your spell cast was it, but then two people drop, and the initiative order is going to take over from that point. Because at this point, everyone is equally surprised, right? After they did not know you were attacking with the sleep spell, right? So that's your surprise round. And everyone else has to wait to see what happens in order to figure out what we're going to do. So let's go around. Zancorin, initiative.
22.
Nice. Rocky.
Wait a second. It's it's a 6.
Excellent. Rampuri.
14.
14. Pele.
I got to 16.
16. Tatiana.
Oh, wait, I'm still rolling. Sorry. It is 18.
Nice.
Awesome. I need to roll Corleone. Ooh, he nails it. Condra.
9.
9.
Roll my crap today.
And Corleone rolls a 20. All right.
Sorry, mine was an 8, not a 9. 8.
Okay, that's
Worse
fine.
than the original.
Doesn't change the order. You cast the sleep spell, Zancorin, and with your roll, I don't have a battle map for this because, hey, it's just what it is. But imagine that you're all about 30 feet away. There's nothing but low ruins and stuff between you and the one guy that's standing. The sleep spell, as far as I can tell, does not describe a beam of energy or anything like that. So the remaining guy standing looks over at his tube, bends down, tries to see what's going on, suddenly realizes that something is amiss, and he stands up to look around. Your turn.
I hate having to use this twice. I cast sleep again.
Nice. Roll.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Big numbers. 15.
15. I'm reading. I'm building suspense by not knowing what I'm doing. I do this at work all the time.
A 32 knocked 2 down, so a 15.
Come on,
You see the last guy that's there. You see him sort of wobble a bit, like he's like suddenly was half drunk for a second, and then he stabilizes, and you don't see that, but the Corleone, it's like, you got him here. No, wait, no, he's looking around. He is looking around. Next up on our list in order, let me pull it up. Maybe if I can find it on my encounter here, Corleone's turn. Oh, good God, I hate being him. I mean, I don't mind being him, but I didn't have any idea what I was going to do. Yeah, he's like, I don't really know what to do. And he casts dancing light, and he casts a single light bulb, a single light that is not where you are, right? He casts it the other direction. So there's this little bulb that looks like it's beginning to move away. He can cast it within 120 feet. So he cast it about 30 feet to the side of it. So they're over here. He casts it over here. You guys are up north, right? So he casts it this way, and he causes it to start moving a little bit away. So if anyone noticed, it would be, they would think somebody was going off in the other direction. It is Tatiana's turn.
So now that we have light, I can see.
The light's a little too far away to light them up. This light was meant as a distraction to make it seem like maybe there was somebody with a torch 30 feet in the other direction. So he's just distracting. He didn't light up the whole area. As far as you know, they don't know where you are.
They don't know where we are.
Yeah,
so
you haven't made a whole lot of noise.
If I couldn't use my search to look for an entrance into the place where I am with this light, right?
No, and plus you're not up there, right? You're still about 30 feet away. So,
okay.
Yeah.
There's not really a whole lot I can do right now, I don't think.
If you want, you can ready an action, like for when you can see, you can ready a crossbolt. You can do something like that, to make sure you're not just wasting your turn.
Yes, let's do that. I am going to ready my crossbow.
Okay.
Dragon's breath.
So until your next turn, if they light up, you can choose to fire. At that point, you may choose not to, but you can choose to, right? You can just interject when we do that. Pele.
I would like to bum rush the guy. I would like to sprint directly at him, jump onto the wall, leap off the wall, and as I'm in midair, I draw Stabs McAdams, my rapier, and I turn the hilt towards his face, and I want to swing it down and club him across the face with it to try and knock him out, but make him remember it.
All right.
Can I do that? Am I close enough for that?
I'm going to have you go ahead and attack with your rapier.
Okay.
Then we'll calculate damage differently.
Okay.
If you don't have a sharp, pointy part of it.
Sounds good. It is a beautiful 20.
20, that is a hit.
Nice. So now do I do damage?
Yeah, for your damage, because what's your normal damage on a rapier?
I accidentally clicked the crossbow button, but it's the same. Okay. Damage on the rapier is 1d8 plus 3.
Okay, I'm going to make it a 1d4. So go ahead and roll a 1d4 plus 3.
Oh.
You'll just have to roll a 1d4 and add 3 to it.
I'll just put. I'll use one of the daggers. They do that.
Sure, that's fine if that has it built in.
Yeah. 7.
7, nice. You come from virtually out of nowhere as far as he's concerned. He hears this noise of someone running up, but has not lit anything yet. He's distracted by this other light from out of nowhere, the backside, the hilt of Stabs McAdam comes smashing down across his skull, and he takes a hit right across the face and staggers backwards. 7 damage. Next up is...
Out of curiosity, can crossbow expert be used to bludgeon him with the crossbow as well?
No, you can shoot him though. You won't really be able to. Normally, when you on a ranged weapon, you can't choose to pull back. But I'll let you aim at since you're so close and you're a crossbow expert. I'll let you aim at a non-lethal part like an arm or a leg. Instead of killing him, maybe you just drop him to 0.
Yeah, okay, let's try that.
Go ahead and fire.
Another 20.
Another hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right. This one's 5.
5. This bolt sinks into his shoulder, and he's... And he knows, he doesn't see you yet, but enough shadow that he can tell where you are. And he takes it pretty bad. He's still up.
Okay.
But,
is there any way I could rewind time and say I'm aiming at his shoe so he doesn't get any blood on his tunic?
No.
Okay.
I mean, should have picked a spot ahead of time, so I picked it for you.
That's my fault.
Be specific. Describe your stuff.
Oh, it's my fault.
Rampuri.
I would like to sneakily run around to the other side of from where Pele is attacking, so I can attack at advantage.
Okay, they're 30 feet away. You got 50 feet of movement. That's not going to be a problem.
And
even without a map.
Yes, so I want to, and sneakily so he can't see me, but I want to just whack him like baseball Babe Ruth style.
With your stick?
I guess the stick, sure.
Okay. Are you trying to kill him, or are you going to try to...
No, I just want to knock him out.
To knock him out. Okay, go ahead and roll.
Oh, and that would be at advantage, correct?
Yes.
So 13 and an 18.
18's a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
8.
8 damage. Your stick comes across his skull in a way that you, from your training, you know isn't going to kill him, but it should just clock him and drop him to the ground. And as your stick cracks across his head, you see him just crumble and drop unconscious on the ground.
And so I'd like to turn to Pele and say, is that what you were trying to do?
I did most of the work.
You have 2 guards asleep. They wake up in about a minute. Technically about 57 seconds.
I immediately
just knock them out.
Yeah, oh wait, yeah. I don't know. You talk, Rocky. You sound like you've got.
Yeah, if these are these guys gonna wake up? I talked to Zancon. If they're gonna wake up soon, let's just really knock them out.
Let's knock them out and maybe tie them up.
Yeah.
So the way the sleep spell works is if you try to wake them up, like you slap them or shake them or something like that, they're gonna wake up. So if you try to knock them out and you don't knock them out on the first hit, they're gonna wake up.
Yeah, but how? We can really knock them out. What are they gonna do?
We can all be there to punch them all at the same time.
Okay, on the count of 3.
Khan's good at this. He knows how to do this.
Curb stomp.
Don't you have some Vulcan mind thing? Into?
I don't know. Why don't we just
gag him? Tie him up.
Gag him.
Tie him up. Gag him.
Turn him upside down.
Yep. Let's do it.
Unit one at a time?
No, all at the same.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, two at a time, or at the same time.
Okay. I'm gonna have them, because gagging them is something that's gonna shake them and have a potential to wake them. I am gonna roll and see if you wake them up in the process. Anyone else? Who's tying them up?
The strong ones need to hold them down.
Okay.
Who are the strong ones?
I'm not very strong.
Probably.
That's Rocky and the monk, no?
And Tatiana, probably.
Yeah.
Aren't I too far away? I'm like 30 feet away.
I think we all rushed in.
I'm assuming that at this point, since then they knocked out you, everyone ran up.
Oh,
So
I'm
you've got
totally holding him down now.
like 45 seconds before you do something.
All right.
All right, so Tatiana's holding him down. Rocky or the monk?
Just takes out his sword, his rapier, and he just holds it at the neck of one of them. Just point it straight down. And he says the guy's asleep, but if he wakes up, he has a rapier at his neck.
Good call. Pele, do that. Don't kill him.
What do I need to do? Hit him again?
No. Take your sword and put it at the other one's neck.
Oh.
Don't kill him, but if he wakes up, he has a sword in his neck.
If he wakes up and bolts upright, he's
kill
gonna
him.
have a rude awakening. So,
Monk, Rocky, who's holding him down?
I'm happy to do that.
I'm
probably stronger than the monk. I don't know.
Yep, probably.
All right, so Rocky and Tatiana, you hold them down.
Yep.
Swords, and then I'll tie one, and the monk, you tie the other.
Okay. So
tie
let's
and gag.
do. Let's have you roll, Zancorn, since you're tying the first one. I'm going to say Corleone has the rapier on that one, and Tatiana is not holding him down yet because it might wake him, but ready to in case he moves, just to like hands on him right away. Go ahead and roll a dexterity check.
Just a straight dex check?
Straight dex to see if you can get him gagged without waking up.
Yeah, that's a 10.
10. That was the measure. So the roll wins, and you're able to successfully get him gagged before he wakes up. Who's doing the other one? Chandra? Who's tying the other person?
100%.
I'm holding him. I'm holding him.
All right. This is Chandra. Go ahead and roll a dexterity check.
Dexterity. 5.
5. As you are trying to get him gagged, he wakes up.
You punch him.
I don't punch, but can I do something else?
No, I punch him.
Oh, okay, cool.
Hold on, let me see. I'm going to just pick up in our order of where we are. He wakes up, sees... did you guys bring a light over? I'm assuming you did, because Rocky can hold him. Let's say Corleone brought one of his lights back, so you have just enough light to be able to see. He wakes up, looks, you can tell he's not really sure what to do. He can see Pele's rapier at his neck, and he, at least this, assuming it's ending there, and he sees this rather large ranger named Rocky above him. Rocky, if you're going to hit him, actually, it would be...
No, I'm already holding him. Wouldn't I just like hit his head against the ground or something?
Your hands were off of him, so you didn't wake him. But I'm going in initiative order, right?
Oh.
So he wakes up. You're actually next. You're bottom of the order, but this puts you first after him. So yeah, go ahead. What are you going to do?
Knock him out.
Okay, go ahead and do an unarmed strike.
I mean, I could hit him with my longsword, with the flat of my longsword.
I can't see that happening. I mean, think about it. You've got.
Oh no, I can do an unarmed strike.
That would be hard. At advantage, because he's prone.
Miss Honey, stop it. Come on. Sorry, hold on, guys. Miss Honey, are you okay? He's making these funny noises.
I hear them. I think we all do.
You all right? I think she had a bad dream.
Yeah. Roll an animal handling check.
Yeah. Okay, so did I roll? 16. I rolled a 16.
16. Okay, that's a hit. Go ahead and what's your roll damage?
Do I do? Is it a critical or just regular roll?
I think it's just regular. No, wait. All hits to a prone are. I gotta look that up.
It doesn't matter. It's 4 no matter what.
Oh, okay. Perfectly fine. Okay, cool. 4 damage. You smack him across the face. Do you have a bonus action?
Yeah, I can attack twice if I want with unarmed strike.
Okay, hit him again. Go ahead and roll at advantage again.
Action. No, I have 2-weapon fighting, so I would have had to have hit him.
So this is a DM choice on this. I think it's really weird. I get the fact that if you're gifted with 2 weapons, you can strike with one and then strike with the other. But how different is that from striking with a fist, striking with the other fist?
I don't think it's different.
I can see you can't use a range and a strike, but I'm going to view an unarmed strike as a melee attack. So I say that qualifies for that second hit. So go ahead and roll at advantage.
19.
That's a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
There is no roll. It's just
straight. 4. Awesome. Whack, whack. As you pop him to, he takes 2 in the face. Top of the order that of the people surrounding him. Pele.
And just real quick.
Yep.
Technically speaking, this would be a DM choice, but I believe unconscious creatures that were prone or kind of surprised are auto crit, which means double damage.
I wanted to check the prone on that, and I didn't get it completely checked because he said it.
Yeah,
before.
Prone is advantage, and I guess this is why it's a DM's choice, because he did wake up, but he woke up to Rocky pummeling him.
But he's not unconscious. anymore, right?
Yeah, and that's why it was a DM's choice, because like it could be argued that he was like waking up and now he doesn't have any, he can't like do anything because he's waking up to it. But yeah, totally your choice.
I'm going to say he's awake and prone, and awake and prone, because Rocky, instead of holding him down afterwards, just beat the crap out of him. So Pele, your turn. You have sword, basically. You've moved it out of the way a bit as you saw Rocky was about to hit him.
So
you have a sword in one hand.
Can I just club him again with the hilt?
Yeah, you can bend down and strike him with the hilt. Go ahead and do that move again.
Okay, let's do that.
At advantage.
Oh. Okay, well, it's
a hit. Go ahead and roll damage. Which was the 1d4 plus whatever your dagger was.
Okie doke. This one is 5. Now, do these count as combat rolls? And do I have to roll my? Do I feel threatened enough to have to zip out of the way?
Yeah, you kind of do. Let's have you do that first.
Okay, so this would have happened first.
Yeah.
3, nothing.
3, you're fine. Okay, so smack.
Smack him 5.
Okay, he takes another blast to the head. You have a bonus action? I don't know what your list of bonus actions are.
I could very easily just shoot him with my bow and him with my crossbow. Okay,
well, you have your other dagger, don't you?
Yeah, no, but I don't. But I can't do a. Wait,
do you have 2-weapon fighting?
I do have 2-weapon fighting.
Yeah, you can
right.
use a dagger.
Ah, okay. Yeah, why not? This time, I take my dagger, and I use it like a, not a morning star, like brass knuckles.
Right.
And I attempt to just slug him. So let's see if that, if that happens. I pull out good old stabs McMeggins, and that's 20. So great.
20, awesome.
And then do I need to do something different for this one, or is it the same? Do I need to roll lower than usual?
We were using that as your sort of improvised weapon. So go ahead and just roll the same 1d4 plus 2 or whatever it was.
Okie doke.
I'm sure this is not accurate, people, but I really just don't want to slow it down to look it up.
It's a 5.
5. Okay, smack. He gets another, massive bruise on him, but he is. You can see his eyes are sort of rolling around, but he's still alert. Chandra.
Okay, please. There's a lot of things happening. Can you please remind me who's alive?
There's one that has been knocked unconscious by Rampuri at the beginning, and one that woke. That did not wake up, that is bound and gagged and has a sword at his throat and Tatiana over the top of him. And this one guy did wake up, and since then he has been had the shit beat out of him by Rocky and Pele, but he's still like on the ground.
And we are or are not trying to kill these people?
Not.
It's up to you.
I don't know how to not kill people.
If it's a melee attack, you can just say I'm trying to I'm just trying to knock him out, and then you just roll normal, and instead of killing him, you'd pull the punch or whatever at the last minute, and we allow that.
Punch people very often, so this will be fun. Wait, can I punch people? Is that a thing I can actually do?
Probably can, but we want to see how much damage you do before you bother with that, because that would be important.
Oh, unarmed strike?
Yep.
Yeah, so what does it say? Oh yeah,
it says bludgeoning.
Yeah, unarmed strike, a +1 to hit, but even if you hit, you do 0 damage. So, but you can use your dagger as a either as an improvised weapon or something like that to do.
Can I use the hilt of it so I don't stabby stab?
Yeah, just roll the dagger regularly, and we'll just assume that you might be doing a stabby stab, but you're just trying not to go that deep. So
cool. I'm gonna do that. All right.
That's a +5 for you to hit.
All right. So 21 to hit.
That's a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
And 7 damage.
7.
Look at that. I can do more than just wave my wand,
You see him sort of back wiggle a little bit, and then his eyes close, and he head leans off to the side. As far as you can tell, both the two of the guards are unconscious because you beat the crap out of them, and one is still asleep and will probably wake up in a little bit. You can obviously gag and bind the people that are there. You can drag them off. You can slit their throats. You can put them in a blender. You can do a lot of different things. What's your call?
Do we
gag
have
them?
a blender?
You not have a blender. Yeah.
Gag them, tie them up, and drag them a bit away. So,
well, if you try to drag the guy under the sleep spell, he is going to wake up, but he is gagged. He'll fight you, or not. You can have.
Can we ask them some questions though? Like
just the one. The other two are unconscious, but the other guy will wake up 45 seconds.
I think speed is of necessity here. We need to go in and find the room where the leader is. I'm forgetting his name. Condra, you probably remember.
Albrecht Recor.
Albrecht Recor is his name.
So we need to find Albrecht's room and find out anything we can about him. And I honestly think the best thing is just go and leave them. Speed is of the essence.
I can sit here and continue to restrain this one while you guys run in and do your thing.
I didn't say anything, Siri. Sorry,
He's already
you're arguing.
He's already tied up and gagged. He's just gonna wake up tied up and gagged. So
like 10 seconds left before he wakes up.
Let's go.
I think we should go.
Wake up
Go,
with
go, go, go.
Let's go.
Okay. Huh?
We're gonna go down to that. It's up and go on in.
Let's go.
Okay, so you're looking around for the area that obviously they were looking at, that they were hiding, and as you sorry, let me get to the right spot here. You can tell that the guards were around this staircase that goes down. You could imagine, just looking around, that this was probably maybe off of the entrance hall to get down to some quarters below, maybe where the servants were, who knows, something like that. But there are some stairways that come off of one of the sides and go down, which is where they were guarding. So they're fairly open. You're open to that. So you are the six of you, including Corleone, are making your way down the stairs. Meanwhile, Tatiana is over on top of this one guy that is going to wake up in 10 seconds. Right?
Tatiana's coming with us.
Is she? Are you?
Well, they said he was gagged and bound. Is he gagged and bound, or is he not gagged and bound?
He is gagged and bound, yeah. I mean, he's going to wake up, but he's gagged and bound. He's going to wonder.
I think I'm going to stay with him, because if he escapes or makes noise or draws attention to himself, you guys could be in trouble. I'm going to just stay with him until he wakes up, and then I'm going to see what to do then. Okay.
All right. So as you go down the bottom of the stairs, there's a door at the bottom of it. It is closed.
What are you going to do?
I think we can assume that it's not trapped. I would hope, but it might be locked. Pele, you're good at unlocking things, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. I've got thieves' tools. I can unlock anything.
Go see if it's even locked first.
Yeah, should we jiggle the handle?
I'm going to I start walking down, and I move the handle.
Condra grabs the handle. Door opens.
Wait, did we put on their clothes? I put on one of their clothes.
Okay, you can't do that instantly. So if
I'm
we want
behind them.
If we want to back up,
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention, but I did say that I was going to do it.
You were going to do that, so you're like, okay, you're hanging out with Tatiana still, putting on clothes. This is going to take you a little bit to do, obviously. So you've stripped one of them naked, the one that is closest to your height, and your kind of average height. So are they. So you're able to find someone. One of them does not have too many holes in their clothes, although they were stabbed a bit by Chandra. But one of the outfits is cleaner than the others. You're able to wrest it off of them and shove your clothes in a satchel or something, and you slip on their clothes, and now you are wearing this Red Hand outfit. It's what did I say? It's largely red, and I think it has a black hand on the chest, kind of like Saruman's white hand, but it's black, and it has nothing to do with Lord of the Rings because that's like it's a hand. Hands are like, you can't copyright a hand. It's a hand, for God's sakes. Looks like this, right? You can't copyright that. Anyway, so you put those on as the other guy awakens on the ground. He looks up at Tatiana. He's like, what do you do, Tatiana?
Knock him out.
I take off his gag, but immediately put my hand over his mouth so he can't scream.
Okay.
And I give him the shush.
The shush has been given.
And I show him all of my weapons. And I whisper, if you make a noise, I'm going to poke these weapons all over your body until you can make no more noises.
Go ahead. Go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
Oh, a persuasion check.
Isn't that intimidation?
Intimidation, I'm sorry. Totally right.
Intimidation?
Thank you very much. Intimidation check.
Intimidation. Ignore persuasion.
Ignore
13.
That. 13. He's like, seemingly agreeing.
Seemingly agreeing. I slowly and carefully remove my hand from his mouth.
Right.
And I say, how many are inside?
It varies. There's some. I don't know exactly right now how many there are inside. There are usually some by the barracks, sleeping or something. Maybe 5. There are others in different areas, maybe 10 or so in different places. I don't keep track of how many there are, but there are usually between 8 and maybe 20, just depending on when.
And are they all down the stairs?
There's a big, it's very large downstairs. Lots of different places. So they are not all in one place. They are doing different things in different areas, maybe. But they are spread out.
Is Sildar there?
Sildar, I do not know if Sildar is here right now.
What about Lachlan the Brown? Do you know Lachlan the Brown?
Who?
Lachlan the Brown?
I've not heard of Lachlan the Brown.
And Zeshin? Is Zeshin downstairs?
I don't know Zeshin.
Are there any weapons downstairs?
Yeah.
Where are the weapons?
Everyone has some, and we have weapons in many places, I suppose. Some storage areas have weapons. The Red Hand, we have weapons. That's why we keep them. There's lots of weapons.
Is there anything else I need to know? For my friends who are currently breaking into your stronghold?
Roll another intimidation check.
Intimidation. 18.
He looks at your teeth and your weapons, and he's weighing his answers carefully. He's like, well, it is not a safe place to go into. You must be careful.
Why is that? Are there traps?
There are a few.
Booby traps?
I don't know about boobies. I don't know how that would work in a trap. They're usually not sharp. I don't know. Maybe for Dragonborn, but that does not make sense to me.
I put the gag back over his mouth and I turn to Pele and I say, Pele, I think our friends are in trouble. There could be up to 20 people down there with weapons and traps. We're going to need to go take care of them.
Yeah, that sounds pretty bad.
Do you want to go get a drink and leave them? Or do you want to go save our friends?
Well, it does sound a bit like me, but I feel like we probably should, I'm in the mood for some killing, to be honest with you.
In the meantime, Chandra has opened a door onto a 5-foot landing that is above a large cellar. It has stone steps descending down to the floor in 2 short flights. I will pull up a map in a minute, if I can. That would be it. Whoops. I need to make sure I have this all dark need. I think I do. Well, let's find out. And yes, see, it's dark. It's just the way it should be. Awesome. So I can't even see you. Perfect. Let me move this to where I need it. Mine is incredibly blurry and I can't see a thing. So maybe yours will be cleaner. And all right. Oh, here it is. I don't know why that is so blurry. That's either a me or a Roll20 problem, but I loaded a really blurry map. So let me pull that up so you can be as disappointed as I am in it. Oops, there we go. Okay. There we go. So this is a pool here. This is where you came in. These are steps that are going around. There are a couple of torches on the wall. You can see inside. There seems to be a door in the back corner of it. Yeah, it appears to be a large stone cellar. Exactly the sort of thing someone might expect to find beneath an old manor, a cellar where they can keep stuff. There are some barrels stacked up in the corner over here that you can see as you sort of make yourself into the room a bit. So let me make those visible.
I throw the barrels at the wall and see if any rubies come out of them.
Well, let's give you a chance to make it.
Nobody got that joke? Really?
Oh.
Corin? Really?
If any what comes out of them?
Rubies. It's a Zelda joke. Dun, dun, dun.
Whack, whack.
So this is the view that you have of the room as you go in. In the middle, you see this cistern, this blurry blue hunk of blueness that's there.
Define cistern for me, please.
A cistern is like a kind of like a well, except it starts at the top. So you can imagine that it might either fill up from below or from above, or maybe they hand fill it, or maybe it's filled by a spring and it drains out the back.
Cool.
But it's like it looks like a fountain without a fountain. You've got like a little water feature kind of, right?
Learn something new every day. Cistern.
Yeah, and it could be something that maybe when there was a manor here, this is maybe where their supply of water was from. Maybe they pumped it up from a well or something like that. Meanwhile, on the outside, Tatiana starts to go down the steps and an overwhelming fear rushes over her and she's unable to make another step.
I can't go any further. I reach into my pack, I grab my flask, and I down it.
Let's get drunk. Maybe you gotta see a doctor about that psychological issue you have.
You've got to see a doctor about your psychological issue.
Get him, girl.
I do.
She is She is drunk and considered poisoned, but is able to step into the same area. All of you are now in this area that you see on the screen, blurry as it is. Again, my bad. But
barrels, cistern. That's it.
You do see. This map is so bad. I have to look on my maps to figure a few things out. On a better quality one, you do see a door over here. It's currently closed.
Okay.
And
where's over here, Dave? Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. You see a door over here. This white smudgy thing right there in the corner. That's a door.
Can I go examine the barrels, please, and see what's in them?
Sure. Are you guys being sneaky? Are you being anything like that? No, just walking over to him. Okay.
Just walking.
Sounds good.
I'm not like stomping, but I'm walking.
Right. You're just being regular, right? The cistern has some water gurgling through it, so it's making a little bit of noise to help hide things. Barrels. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you look at the barrels, and as you crack open the top of them, you kind of just see some basic supplies, like something very similar to what you may have brought to Barthen's, right? That shipped down, things that would have been for making food. Or there's some flour, there's some rice, there's just like provisions that are just kind of thrown here. Nothing too major, but there's.
I would like to dig under the provisions to make sure there's nothing hidden underneath them, please.
Okay, go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Good old 11.
11. You search through a couple of barrels, and they seem to be just full of whatever it is they're supposed to be full of: beans, rice, flour, whatever. There doesn't seem to be anything there.
Okay.
Anyone else?
I'd like to mosey up over to that door and just, I don't know, listen, be super quiet.
Listen to the door, see what you can find there.
Yeah, see if I can.
Are Pele and I down there now?
Yes, everyone's down in this area. Yeah.
So I frantically whisper to everyone, be careful. There are traps all over here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
You get hit by a trap.
Said that.
Good info. It's good info.
Great.
It's solid. Thank you.
Yeah.
We should probably have Pele lead the way then.
Yeah, who's good at finding traps? Because that's exactly what needs to happen.
See, I did not take from that he is good at finding traps.
Nor did I. That's what I took. Sacrificial trap finder. I'm happy to go first, though, because I'm dressed like a red hand guy, so I'll do it.
So what are you doing over at the door? Who's at the door?
Can we listen to see if there's anything
I
behind
could be at the door.
Okay.
You want me at the door? I'm at the door.
Sure. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Perception, you say?
Yeah.
I rolled a 15.
15. You listen at the door to see if you can hear anything on the other side of it, and it seems really quiet. You can't hear anything that is there.
Okay.
What do you do?
Are there traps behind that door? I'm really worried about
I
the
don't
trap.
hear anything. I'm not a thief. I don't know how to find that out.
I think he might get in trouble.
What do you want to do? I'll go through.
Hey, I'm not gonna be. I'm standing behind you.
Okay.
All right.
Open the door.
Are you sneaking it open slowly? Are you throwing it open?
Stealth. Stealthily opening it.
Okay, go ahead and roll a stealth check.
A natural 20 plus
Nice.
5. 25.
Nice. You hear it start to go, and you slow down opening it just to that speed where it's not creating enough friction to make a squeaky noise as you push it open. And you push it open.
I peer through and see anything?
Inside that room, let me make that visible in a half a second, but let me put everyone else outside of this room so I can get you all where you're supposed to be. I am not sure where everyone is, so I'm just sort of throwing you around right now so it looks safe. Okay, so you are able to peek into this room. Show it to you. Oh, I don't.
Wow.
I don't. That's not really that big. That did not work. Hold on a second.
Ooh, that's much prettier than the blurry image.
Yeah, thank you. There, it's excellent, right? Oh, hey, it fixed itself. That's awesome.
Fixed itself.
Okay, there we go. Why isn't it not showing? Hold on, let me maybe move someone. And I think my other one is for some reason delayed in the way that it is doing stuff. So let me see if I can get. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So you look in to the room, and enough light spills into the room that you can see there are a couple of cots in the corner that are there, and on the cots, there we go. On the cots asleep, they're just sort of leaning up on it. They're not like in the bed. There's 4 Red Brand ruffians asleep. It's 11, 12, 12:30 at night now, right? But they're sort of leaning up against the wall. They're kind of like they're sleeping on the floor, but they're sleeping on a cot to keep their butts off the floor. And then you see a bunch of the cots to a bunch of the barrels and provisions to your left. Rocky, what do you do?
I go. They're sleeping. There's people sleeping in the beds.
They are sleeping. Yeah, there's 2 of them in each bed. I just haven't placed them here yet. There we go.
I quietly close the door and tell everybody.
Okay.
Quietly.
Close the door.
There's some guys in there. They're sleeping. They're snoozing.
Are they big?
Could I tell?
There's just regular. They're some of the Red Hand, right? That's there.
Are they handsome?
I could not tell you.
Do you want to take advantage of them while they're sleeping?
I would never do that. I would wake them and then take advantage of them.
Right. It's more of a challenge that way. It's only sporting. Okay, so that's where their positions are. They are not all twins, but I just have these tokens. So, they are asleep in there.
Can we lock that door?
Yeah, it's a great idea. Let's just barricade them in.
The door opened inward. So you'll have to be creative.
Can we?
I think we should open those crates, though. Could be something good in there. Let's just kill him.
Yeah, I guess let's just kill him.
No.
No, we're not gonna just kill them.
Yeah, I'm
That's
good.
not right.
I don't do that.
You don't know them.
What if we?
We're all good. Some of us are more fun.
That's the shirt for today's episode.
What if we move all these barrels and provisions in this room in front of the door, so when they do open it, they'll be like stacked in front of them. They won't be able to get out.
You can try, totally.
Perhaps we should just think about this for the next week and come back with a flip.
I mean, we are gonna take a break here, so
I think that's a good idea. Maybe
why don't we call it here and give you a week in real time to figure out what you're going to do on this, as you have made it into the I don't know what we want to call this, the
Sanctum Sanctorum,
the Red Hand hideout that's underneath Dresdendor Manor. But you have made it past the front. You have tied up and incapacitated three of the Red Hand and discovered 4 more asleep. in this annex next to the cellar that you're in, and that is where we will pick up next week.
I don't think those guys are gonna make it. You know, I don't think they're gonna make it out of here. You know, I don't know about y'all.
You never know.
We'll find out next week, but I really don't think they're gonna live.
I think they're gonna.
They're gonna try and kill us, and then we're gonna have to kill them.
Yeah. Well, there's a week of an open door, you guys. A whole week with an open door just between us and them. I mean, eventually they're gonna wake up, you know?
In fairness, he did close the door, so that's a plus.
Nice.
Yeah. So, door's closed, and that is where we leave off.
Yay!
Awesome.
Thank you for joining us.
That was
Delphi
awesome.
roll. Woo!
Thank you.
Where you roll?